So I don't know. Well, you know, relatively speaking, compared to everybody else, just feverish. Feverish and worn out. About 3 years. I just happened to have a doctor's appointment like 2 weeks after I got over it. He was telling me, he said he had a 51-year-old police officer 4 months later, still dragging. So it eats people. Affects them. I don't know. Yeah, I got the one and done.
Maybe some people were waiting a certain time for your help.
Well, it's right. I'd heard this. Anyway, I did wait.
But the radio's back there. So I said to my wife,
Tom, can you hear me? 1, 2, 3.
2XL small in 5 weeks. She said, I wish.
Yeah, really. Where are my glasses? Shoot, fire. I'll be damned. Scott would drive my
Test 1, 2, 3. Tom, can you hear me over there? I am talking directly into the microphone. Test.
I'm still not sure. I'm not short breath. Sometimes you're driving.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Good evening. I'm Beth Mann with the Edge Media Group and also a long-time Rotarian. I chair the grant committee for the Cadiz Rotary Club, and I welcome you to our live coverage tonight. We're looking forward to bringing you the 54th annual Cadiz Rotary Radio Auction. Joining me tonight, J.B. Moore to my left, and then we have Norman Cotton and H.P. Quinn in the room tonight, and they're going to be helping us sell a bunch of items. It is on video this year for the first time, so another first for the Cadiz Rotary Club. I'll tell you after this auction if I'm excited about that or not. I don't know about that. You know, for years I started in television and I thought never again, and lo and behold, full circle, here we are back again doing videos. So we do have video available tonight. If you want to see some of the behind the scenes for the Rotary auction, you can see that at WKDZradio.com. If you have been a supporter of Trigg County sports, you know exactly where to go. If you've not done that before, then you just scroll down the front page at WKDZradio.com and you'll see a video block right there. You can plug in and watch the coverage. Yes, you can actually watch it on YouTube. You can put it on your big screen, your smart TV. We encourage you to let us know what your thoughts are on video coverage tonight. People have been calling us all day asking, how do I register? How do I make this happen? So let me give you a little bit of information about that, and then we'll get started getting some items sold. First thing you need to know, you need to put in your email when you go into WKDZradio.com. Right in the middle of the screen is Loyal Listener Big Deals. You go right into that. On the left rail, you'll see Rally for Rotary. You click there, and that will put you in our deal store. Plug in your email address, you're registered, ready to bid. Once you start bidding, you do not have to log back in and out. You will stay logged in. And once you make a purchase, you will be given a prompt that asks you how you choose to pay, whether you're going to do that by credit card or however you choose to do it. So that's the way you're going to be bidding. We've got deadlines to buy. 3 each night, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and 9 o'clock. We'll have items for sale each night at the top of the hour. Tonight, we're going to be selling about 135 items. It is sold. We're not carrying anything over. Everything is in for the week of when we're going to sell it. So it goes for what it goes for. That means there might be a bargain or two, but we hope that there will be no bargains at this year's Cadiz Rotary Radio Auction. So, JB, what we got going tonight?
Lord, Beth, we've had an early morning, and it started off good, and let's get started. And the top of the hour, 7 o'clock hour, my computer showed Eastern time, so that wasn't good. I was thinking, whoa. But we got a lot of good items. I encourage you to get on the Big Deal store and look at those items. You can click on the item itself, and it pulls up. There's pictures on most items. Obviously, gift certificates and stuff are listed there. So there probably wouldn't be a picture of that, but look the businesses up. We encourage you to thank those businesses when you see them, because all the money we raise go to the youth and seniors of Trigg County, and we can't thank y'all enough. Just a few items I'll mention here at the top of the list. We got a gift certificate to the Little River Vet Clinic going up tonight. We've got a manicure with two-finger art from Tammy Bush. We've got a bag of tools donated by Northside Auto Parts. We got gift certificates to Britt's Corner Cuts, which is inside the Consignment World. It's Consignment World Salon. A $25 gift certificate to Clean Right Cleaners. $25 gift certificate to Holiday Burgers. 2 locations. I just heard they're opening at the lake.
How about that?
That's exciting.
We're excited to have Holiday Burgers in Trigg County, too.
I'll have to try a lunch visit down there at the water and eat with Holiday Burger. Fish Island Resort has got a gift certificate. Ziabro's Formals, Senior Lopez Grill and Cantina, and then a $100 gift certificate to Kentucky State Park gift card donated by Trigg County Hospital. This is good at any park, and let me tell you, with the stuff that's been going on the last year, local, shop local, stay local. We've got David Miller sitting over here to the side. He's camera shy, but the park, we went down there this morning. We had great service. The park looks as good as it's looked in a long time, and the staff down there is ready to get rolling. And so please visit our local Lake Barkley State Resort Park and other Kentucky State parks as well. Norman, what do you think about the stuff that's going on tonight?
Well, it looks like a lot of bargains on there right now. Somebody might want to get on the Big Deal store. I just noticed several items that are way undervalued. I do want to mention as well, Beth mentioned how you could get on, but there are several ways to sort, and that could become important to you because you could put sort by what's selling
Soon.
selling the quickest, and that kind of shows you items that are going to be selling at the 7 o'clock hour. Then later tonight, that would probably still show you then those that are going to be selling at the 8 o'clock hour. So that could be really important for you. But we've also got some Spirit of Rotary bids, and so that's a great thing to see early in the night. But we hope to see a lot more of those. But want to encourage you, if you're interested in some state park stays, there's a couple different ones on there. One's a 2-night stay in a lodge room at any Kentucky state park. That's pretty flexible. So if you enjoy going to those state parks, I encourage you to get on there. That'll be selling at the 7 o'clock hour. Also, there's some gift certificates for Sassy stuff. They're really at a bargain now, so you can take a look at that. A gallon of great burgoo donated by James Ladd. So there are oil changes on there. There's some Four Seasons catering, gift certificates. So there's just a multitude of items and all kinds of bargains there right now. We got straw on there. We got some bags of fescue seed on there as well. So there are just a lot of items that are going to be selling at the 7 o'clock hour. So look at those, and you might even, like I said, want to sort by those selling soonest and be able to see what's coming up at 7. But you can bid on any item that's going to be sold any night this week, anytime you want to. So you can look through and go ahead and place your bids for items that will be selling all week. So we just encourage you to bid often and look in there, try it out. If you haven't yet, log into the Big Deal store and see what you can purchase.
I'm trying to figure out why y'all threw me in with this group. I mean, trying to bring people's reputations down. You got the insurance guy, you got insurance and minister, you got the media edge group here, leader of the empire, and then they threw me in here, Norman. I don't really understand it, but
We love you.
Oh, okay.
We
I'll
love-
take that.
we love you.
I'll take that. And I do enjoy doing this. It's been a wonderful experience, and maybe we can talk a little bit about that. I am not the oldest member by a long shot, but I hope there's people out there that are listening that get enthused about this, that want to come and join the Rotary Club, because we aren't getting any younger. And it's a great program. When I say that, the organization, the local organization, I'm so proud to tell people about the Cadiz Rotary Club and this community and what we do as a community and a club for the seniors and the students here. It's something that we can really brag about, and I think, as we pointed out, Hopkinsville brags about having the largest fundraiser, and as my wise son-in-law pointed out, I'm always reminding him, but per capita, Trigg County is the largest fundraiser in the world for Rotary International. So if there's anybody out there that wants to call us, talk with us about how you join, how you can contribute, it's a great organization. It's something I don't think you'll ever could go wrong on, Beth. And a lot of local legends here. I was reading right here, Lest We Forget, author Jim Wallace, which I purchased that book a long time ago, and it's really interesting to see the pictures from over in LBL, Land Between the Lakes, Land Between the Rivers, as it was called. And so there's just a lot of things that are going to be for sale tonight. And again, I'm not going to try to tell anybody how to do that, because I am terrible when it comes to the computer. But there are people that you can call in. The number is 270-522-3232, and they can help you with learning how to sort. And I'm hoping that I've texted my daughter who's in Hawaii, so I'm hoping that she'll get on and show the smartest grandbaby in the world how her grandfather's doing this. So
I think that'd be pretty awesome. Jim Wallace always gives kudos to his
What?
grandchildren.
You gotta do that. That's right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It was fun this morning hearing Judge James Redd talk about his early Rotary experiences. And, that really makes you think about, we are impacting kids every day. And I know, JB, your son, we've been teasing him for 3 years that he's going to be the next Rotary president. Trey Moore for president. And, it does start at an early age. And we do want our kids to see that this is a giving community and that you pay things forward. And, yesterday, I just couldn't help but to continue to think about, if you've been blessed by more than you need, then maybe God trusts you to pay it forward. Maybe he's putting a lot of trust in you to do something with that. And that message just hung in my head all day yesterday as we got ready to go through the Rotary auction. So I ask you to pay your blessings forward today. And we've all been very, very grateful and very appreciative of the opportunities we've been given. And it is an honor to be here tonight, right in the middle of COVID-19, working for our youth and seniors. And I can't think of anything better we could work to be doing tonight.
Absolutely. I look back in my days of Norman when I was a youngster. He always was on the radio, and I'd go out to the it was a complex when I started going, and Miss Pat Rogers was out there, and those were the days that $100,000 y'all were thinking that was a stretch, and oh my gosh, there's no way this club can raise $100,000. That's just unheard of. And we were talking about our goal this year. My internal goal is a heck of a lot bigger than what the actual goal itself is, because I just feel like that people are going to be generous and people are willing to step up and do things because our community needs it now more than they've ever needed it. And the asks that have come down the pipeline to us this year have been unique asks that we never dreamed of. Who would have ever thought when we had the Wildcat Wednesday that there wasn't going to be fans in the stands to pay a simple $5 ticket to get in to watch a football or basketball game, and they were going to be short, thousands of dollars just to pay referees and umpires just to be able to play. And we this year did the Wildcat Wednesday. Rotary stepped up and matched up to $10,000, and don't quote me on this, but it was $23,000 to $24,000 we raised for the school. And I just think stuff like that is just different and unique, and you didn't ever think that we would be where we're at. And people stepped up, and I feel confident that people are going to step up this week, and we're going to raise more money than we've ever raised, Beth.
I think we will too. We have a $1,000 match tonight. A friend called me on the way in and said, first, I haven't given to Century Club for quite some time, and I apologize for that. It is someone that has recently lost his wife in the last year, and so life is coming back together for him. And he said, please don't mention my name, but know that I support you all 100%, and I love what you're doing, and I want to give up to $1,000 as a challenge to get some people involved in Rotary again who maybe have stepped aside for some reason or another, or haven't made priority for Rotary in the past few years. So let's start out with a $1,000 challenge. How about that? I think that's a pretty good start for tonight. So let's go. We need people calling 270-522-3232. You can talk with Meg Hicks is in on the phones tonight. Martha Lou Steinbeck's answering the phones tonight, and Penny Jones. And I believe Sharon Butts is also helping on that side tonight. You can call those guys. They'll be glad to take your pledge, or they're glad to take your information if you want to call it in and send it by check. If you want to do it online, you can go to the Big Deal store. There's an opportunity for you to join Century Club at any level, 100, 250, 500, 1,000. It's just like a buy it now item would be. So you just click right on there, make the purchase, and you can pay for that with your credit card, or you can pay for it by check. We can even do it in person on Saturday at Kentucky Farm Bureau with JB in Norman's office. So lots of options for you. Don't let the technology scare you away. In fact, embrace it. If it's something that you don't want to do and you'd rather talk to somebody, we do have real live people here willing to take your call and wanting to talk with you tonight. So you can buy your book bundles from Kevin Terrell, just like we did last year. If you'll remember, it's like $100 worth of hardback books that you can purchase. When you do that online, Those books, a Rotarian will contact you about where you want to mail the books, and then Kevin and his team will be mailing those out at no additional charge to you. That's worth a whole lot just to get those shipped anywhere in the continental United States, right, HB?
There was a set of books bought by the Paul Harris Fellow this morning that sent a set of books to Hawaii, and I'm sure that was quite a savings to have them pay that.
Yes, for sure. Think about those teachers on your list. I have one niece, Ashley Appleton. She teaches kindergarten and first grade in Springfield. So Ashley will be getting a group of books delivered to her home in Springfield. And then she has two little girls, and I bought them books last year, and they loved them. In fact, that's why Ashley's getting books this year. She pouted because she didn't get books. So there will be 3 sets going to Springfield on our behalf. But what a great gift. And, you know, that really matches Rotary and our love for education. We believe as a club and an organization that our kids learning at an early age to read alters their lifestyle forever. So we very much encourage reading, and Kevin Terrell is right there with us. So this is a great item. Just go in, plug in books on your search engine, and you will find the T is for Trig book that you can buy now, and you'll also find the opportunity to do the book bundles. That's a great way to do the store, period. Just go search something. If you want an oil change, if you need tires, if you want rose bushes, if you need landscaping, if you want golf, if you want restaurants, just plug in that word, and it will pop up. If you put golf in, I think we have about 13 items, 14 items that are related to golf. So just buy them all. Go ahead and bid high.
I looked at my youngster's checkbook. He's got a debit card. My oldest son started driving. He's got a debit card, and I'm trying to keep him a check registry. Well, I looked the other day, and I said, son, you didn't make a dime this month. You spent $300 and some golfing. I said, I don't know what you're going to do here, but we got to figure out a plan. So he needs to get on there tonight and see if there's any bargains, because I'm assuring you that he's going to use them.
That's right. We've got golf from everywhere in the region. So, you know, if you're a golfer, why not support the Rotary Club?
Absolutely.
So let's talk about some of our items.
All right, I was going to go over some more items here. We've got straw, if you need straw, from Kunda Farms. We've got 10 bales of straw donated by them, a $20 gift certificate to Willa Pond. We got an oil change donated by Penneral Ford. We've got one-day admissions to the Holiday World Splash and Safari. My wife would say we need those and to stay for a few days, so that'd end up costing me for sure. Four Seasons Catering, there's a gift card. Parker Quick Lube in Murray, there's a gift card. Stroud's Barbershop, Jerry Stroud always comes through with several haircuts. You can get 3 haircuts, and he just marks them off as you get them. I've bought that myself a few years. Young and Young Nursery and Landscaping in Hopkinsville, every year supporters of the Cadiz Rotary Radio Auction. We've got a homemade Grandma Larkin's old-fashioned cheese chest pie. HB, that would be good in the house.
It's in the house.
Oh,
I thought it was
Lord.
a certificate, but it's here, and it's been on my desk all day, and I haven't even put my thumb in it.
You haven't tasted it at all.
I wanted to bad. I'm just telling you.
You're
It's delicious.
your social distancing on the
I
chest
had to stay out of
pie.
my office just to stay out of the pie.
We have 5 Chick-fil-A cards, a $34 value. That we got a full bid. I mean, we got some Spirit of Rotary full value bids, and that's what it's all about, folks. The Barbecue Shack in Hopkinsville, out on Pembroke Road, $25 gift certificate that's going to sell. It's full value. Spirit of Rotary on that. If you haven't been to the Barbecue Shack, give them a try. That's a really good place. Hancock's Neighborhood Market, always good sellers for the Cadiz Rotary Auction. They bring full value or better. Wildcat Paws and Claws. Get your dog or cat. I don't know if you groom cats.
Well, yes.
Okay. Well, I didn't know. All I've got's dogs, and
Well,
I
if they're
do.
long-haired. The short-haired, they groom themselves.
I got you.
Long-haired, they have to be fluffed and prettied and cut.
I can't. I don't know about cats, but if you want to get your cat groomed, there's your Wildcat Paws and Claws. I guess paws and claws should mean something. Okay, Sassy Stuff. That's also a gift certificate to Sassy Stuff. We've got a teal blue T-shirt donated by Ann McCormick that we need some activity on. A full bicycle tune-up. HB and Norman, bicycle tune-up. I mean, where are we at?
Williamson, I'll call y'all out on this. Yeah.
Where are you at, HB? I mean, I know I can bid for you over here on my computer, so
Oh, there you go.
Well, that, you go ahead and bid and use your card, or your son's debit card.
If I get that debit card on here, I'll
Might
really
not
be in
notice,
business.
you know?
I told him he's definitely got more money than his dad because his net worth is positive. Oh, Lord.
It won't be long.
No,
You spend
that's
$300
exactly
and
right.
gets nothing in the account.
We've got a $50 Hancock's gift card donated by RB Electric. We've got 5 gallons of hydraulic fluid by Height Lubricants and Fasteners. Mitch Height out there every year always comes through with a donation for us. Thank you, Mitch, for that. We've got a nifty 3-tier oven companion donated by Nancy Moore. That would be my mother, and she's all the time on QVC or home shopping, so that thing, no telling what she paid for. It's giving all my inheritance away here right on the Rotary auction right in front of me. So good job, Mom. 1 pest control application donated by McGee Pest Control. We have inflatable wind chair, black. That's item 18944. I have no clue what that item looks like, but if you even type in the search bar 18944, that item will pop up, and you click on the item and you can see some photos.
I started to say, that was one of the things that I found interesting in just searching, is that you can now go, when we were on the radio and that's all we were doing and we're going for those, you can't, we would joke, say, well, radio audience, look at this item. And now they can go on the website here and see those. I looked at a couple of things today, the whiskey barrel carvings, half barrel things they had done. So it's really, you can actually see what you're getting on, obviously not on the gift certificates, but on something that, an item like the ducks and those kinds, you can get you a picture.
Yep, and I think that's really good because people always like, can you describe that, or can you text me a picture of it? Well, now most of the items, I'm not going to say every single one of them, but most of the items, we have several photos on there that you could look through to get the full effect of what's going on. We've got 2 dozen ears of sweet corn donated by Matt Rogers. We've got a sunflower wall plaque donated by Stuff and Balloons. They're huge supporters of local communities, Stuff and Balloons. 1 dozen fried pies from Vonnie Hosapple, and those have brought fortunes before. If we could get those to bring $1 million, Norman, we could take it easy the next night or two, Right. So get on there and bid on those, item number 18302. Casey's gift certificate donated by Casey's General Store. We got Lawrence Brothers Farms donated a Hancock's gift certificate. We've got a $50 gift certificate to First Choice Tire and Fleet Service. That's a new place in Hopkinsville that does tires and oil changes and farm machinery. It's out at 718 Sullivan Lane in Hopkinsville, right before you get to Bradshaw Road. Really good folks there. Thanks for that donation. We've got 1 dozen fried pies by Miss Carolyn Bland, too.
Oh, yeah, now we're talking.
And Miss Carolyn sent me a picture. She wanted me to come over last Saturday and get the full effect, because she said, I'm going to make them for lunch on Saturday before Easter, because they were going out of town on Monday. And I didn't make it over there, but she sent me the picture, and I sure wish I would have, because they were, oh Lord, I could smell them through the phone, and that's pretty bad. That's homemade crust she makes, and it's real dried fruit. She doesn't use any filler. So Miss Carolyn makes some fine fried pies. We've got a $50 gift certificate with Lynn Parent from Encore Beauty Salon. We've got blue and gray Ford ball cap donated by Advanced Auto Parts. We've got $25 the Pier Floating Restaurant at Prizer Point Marina and Resort. Prizer Point has a ton of donations on our Big Deals page, and we can't thank Greg and Lisa Batts enough for the support of the Cadiz Rotary Club. They actually bought the Ben Cundiff Country Ham at the breakfast this morning and turned around and donated that ham back. You're talking some people that came in here and have really become local folks and really are passionate about this county.
Didn't they bid against each other there for a while?
Yeah, I think they were bidding against each other, and they just kept looking at each other and smiling. It really didn't matter. We had a great breakfast this morning.
It was really good.
It was really nice. Hats off to Lake Berkeley State Resort Park and the entire team there. Those guys they work so hard and they have a smile on their face, and they were honored to be serving us this morning. And I was so proud of the park. The lodge, the conference center looked terrific. You know, I can remember being there before when we had dark lighting and we didn't have good visuals and good audio and we didn't have those nice PowerPoint screens. And I mean, it is just high tech and it looks so great. And that's a good thing for Trigg County. I'm really excited about the improvements that are being made at the park. And we have a ton of gift certificates. They've been very generous. State parks, you can pick what park you want to go to. If you just want a gift certificate to use at any state park, a lot of people buy me gift certificates, hint, hint, for Kentucky State Park because I go over a lot and have dinner at the lodge real often during boating season. Take your family, friends there. We take clients there quite often because they don't get to do a state park type thing. You know, they have lunches, client lunches at an Old Charlie's every day, but they rarely get to go to a state park and see the nice history of our parks. I take customers there quite a lot. So plug in what you want to bid on. Make your bid high. Let's talk about a couple of bids that we definitely need some help on. So our first group of items will be sold at 7 o'clock. That's coming up in 32 minutes to be exact. And we have some things that we definitely need some attention. We have Handcrafted Bluebird House. We have several different bluebird houses and different types of bird houses. So just plug in birdhouse and you'll find all of that and more. We have a $50 gift certificate to any retail grocery store in Cadiz. That's only at $40. That needs to be about a $100 bid before 7 o'clock, so you got 32 minutes to make that happen. We have, need some more activity for sure on a $50 gift certificate to Parker Quick Lube. You know you're going to need an oil change eventually, so go ahead and get that up to full bid. We have McGee Pest Control. That's a $135 pest control application. We're at $75 on that, so we certainly need some more money on that item. Sassy Stuff needs some more activity. That's a $30 gift certificate. We're at $3 on that, so we need some more work there. Los Portales Mexican Restaurant, we need some activity on that bid. So just plug in Mexican Restaurant. All of the Mexican restaurants will pop up there on your screen in your search engine. Young and Young Nursery and Landscaping, $50 gift certificate. This is a perfect time of the year. It's not like we're selling landscaping in January. We're selling landscaping in April, the month where we plant most of our plants in Kentucky. These soil erosion blankets, this is a really cool item. Be sure to click in and read all about that. I had no idea that industry was happening right here in Trigg County with Seven Springs. But those soil erosion blankets are used to go down like ditch lines and irrigation systems. And they are bundling those and selling those by the pallet out of Seven Springs. And they've donated some of that to the Cadiz Rotary Club. So go in there and look at that. That's a really cool operation. In fact, I'm kind of curious. I want to go out there and see how they're doing all of that. But we have 5 of those blankets donated. There's 2 sizes in there. So if you just plug in Joe Nichols or Seven Springs Farms or soil erosion blankets, you'll find it. There are 2 different sizes. They come in sets of 5. And if you're doing any kind of farming, any type of irrigation, or even cleaning a creek bed or something like that, it's perfect to help hold your ground there. Good information about how to do that as well. We've got Kentucky 31 Fescue seed. Guys, that's at $30. It's a $75 item. We normally sell seed for $100 a bag. So we just need some activity there on that as well.
Should we try the Jameis trick and tell it we're selling grass?
Selling grass, yeah, that's what Jameis said he was selling was grass, right? And the phone lit up, he said, and I don't know if that's really what happened or not, but he did say it in public today, so we're selling grass, all right? We need a $100 bid on that. Ziobro's Formals, guys, it's prom time, all the ladies and gentlemen from this region like to go over to Ziobro's in Princeton and do their shopping for prom, and this is wedding season. We've got June is the biggest wedding month of the year, and you can buy a gift certificate there. Taste of Home Farmhouse Favorites Cookbook. That is a beautiful cookbook. Click in on 18582. That's item 18582. We've got several cookbooks, so just type in cookbook. You'll see 3 or 4 that pop up in the store. We'd like some more activity on that one as well. Our straw is overbid. We sell a lot of straw. Cunda Farms is kind of known for giving us a lot of straw to sell every year that's overbid, and that's the spirit of Rotary that we want to carry throughout the auction. We also have the one round of golf with cart for 2 people, any Kentucky State Park golf course. That's valued at $90. We're at $55 on that, so we'd certainly like to have some more activity on that as well. Go in the store, hit sort. The way I'm looking at the store now to give you those bids, I'm going to auctions, ending soon. Be sure to go over to the right-hand side and hit the word sort there, and it will sort it and show you exactly what's being sold in what order. First sale comes up 28 minutes.
28 minutes, that ain't far off, Beth. And if you go in here, I was just placing a few bids online here, and if it's showing you a savings, that means you're short of the right bid.
Oh, there you go. I like the way you think.
It says current value. I'm looking at a Troy-built wood chipper. It's like new. It's in the office. Dr. Gutman, and his wife, Robin, have donated that. That's a $600 value, and it's only at $125. And I'm gonna tell you, this thing is like brand new. If you have little sticks in the yard and stuff, that thing will mulch them up. And he bought that thing, and he'd use his own mulch, and he said it was too much work. But that thing says I'm having a savings right now, $474. Well, that's crazy. We can't leave that much money on the table, Norman.
We need some bidders.
Absolutely.
Mulch it up.
Mulch it up. If you're having trouble, 270-522-3232 is the phone number here. If you need to make a Century Club, there's a couple different ways you can do that. P.O. Box 713, Cadiz, Kentucky. You can mail us a check. It might not get here to include on the totals, but that's okay. You can send a check anytime, right, HB?
Anytime.
Anytime. You can call in, they'll take your bid over the phone, or you can go to the big deals page, and if you do any sorting whatsoever, usually it puts the buy it now at the very top. So just if you follow me there, Rally for Rotary, if you click that and it pops up a screen, it's taking a little bit because I've got like bid after bid after bid going on. Somebody's outbid me on my mulcher, by the way, since I've been talking, so they're on.
I don't know who that was.
You like that, Bill Booth, didn't you? Absolutely.
He sees the mystery in my eye.
Yes. But if you do go in, the first one you'll see is $100 bronze level Century Club, and then it's got rally dollars at $75, silver level at $250. There's even a $10 rally dollar. Look, we're not picky. We'll take whatever you can do, whatever you think. Not everybody can do the same amount. But if you can give it as little as $10, we'll take it. I mean, it's going for the youth and seniors of this county, and they need us. I just saw Buddy Civils at the grocery store Saturday or Sunday one, and he said, you know what, y'all always, if the seniors in this county need anything, we know we can depend on the Cadiz Rotary Club. And that means something to me. I know I'm one of the youngest club members we have. And by the way, we need to recruit some younger people because HB and Norman are both thin and pretty good on the top there. If you get on the video, you can see them.
He would have said that about me, but that's not appropriate.
Beth lets her hair just keep growing so she doesn't make sure.
It's got plenty of
It used to just be
gray.
turning gray, but now it's turning loose.
Oh, Lord.
Every which way but loose.
Yes. We have gold level, $500, and then we have a platinum of $1,000. That's all buy it now, so you just basically click it on there, and you can put your information in, and it's immediate, get you in there. Or the 522-3232. Kimberly Allen just came in. I want to say just for a moment, Kimberly has done, her and Michael Blackman have been just super good to us this week. I have texted Michael and seen emails from Kimberly all week, and we can't thank you guys enough for the things that y'all have done for us. So, Michael probably, Mitchell probably wants to take my phone number and delete it and say, do not accept, because
Block,
it's like
block.
the other night it was
All blocking.
9:45 till 10, I was sending him something. I said, I promise this is it. He said, I'll get it in the morning, first thing. I mean, you can't beat the people at the WKDZ. I can
He
assure
is a
you.
night owl, I'm telling you. He is taking turns with Kim. She's the early bird, so she's come in early every single morning for a couple of weeks to try to get caught up on Rotary stuff. He's going to pull out the rear there. He's the guy that likes to stay up late, kind of like I do. So they have done a super job. I'm very proud of them, and they understand the importance of this to our community. And you're right, JB. It's more important this year probably than any year. We have no idea what to expect with this next school year. We hope and pray the kids are back in school, but I know I'm ready to go do things, and I think our kids are going to be ready to go do things. And I think we'll have a lot of requests because of that. I think they're going to be asking for more opportunities to go to the symphony or to do a national convention that they didn't get to do, or to play a better schedule, maybe travel, do more tournaments. I think they'll ask for more because they have been so pent up and not getting to do the things they really enjoy doing. And it's been hard. It's been a really hard thing to deal with. And I want to be daggone sure we're in a position to say yes to those requests. It all gets down to this week. 100% of this week goes to fund the next year.
And it is our fundraiser for the entire year.
For the
So
entire year.
it's
We
so
don't sell
important.
anything else.
And we always appreciate the community because they do always come through for us. So we encourage you, think about that Century Club. Think about, what you can give and what you can contribute. And again, you can select those on the Big Deal store. If that's just not the way you do things, by clicking on those things, you call 522-3232, and they'll be glad to help you and take down your pledge for that. Don't forget, we do have that $1,000 match tonight, so Century Clubs that people give will be matched up to $1,000, so you can double that value of that Century Club by giving us a call right now.
We hardly ever get matches on Monday night. It's almost like everybody kind of gets in the frame of mind and they're listening, they're paying attention, they're watching, and then they kind of time it out. But to get to start Monday night with match money, so we're doubling our money right off the bat, that's a really good thing.
It's a great thing early in the week.
Yes, it is for sure. So we've not really been too terribly aggressive about what our goal is. We've just said, we want to raise all that we want to raise, but I think it's fair to say that we're trying hard to get back to normal. And we want to be able to see some numbers that are closer to a normal auction this year. And we feel pretty confident that we have what it takes to do that. We've started tonight out with 635 items. Is that about right, Kim? Okay, so we're approaching that 650 mark. I've got some more on my desk for you. So we're at about 650 items. That's normally what we sell in a week of a regular auction, regular bidding activity. So there's no reason to think that we can't do that, and it's Monday. We're still taking items, and we'll be able to take out items literally all the way up until we finish up on Friday night at
Tell
9.
the radio audience about what you've experienced in the past on the number we start with on Monday and
Yeah.
what.
So it's really crazy. We normally have about half of our total when we do the breakfast on Monday morning. So if we sell 650 items, we'll normally have about 3 or 325 going in on Monday morning at breakfast. And then we'll take in as many as we sell at the end of Monday night. So if we sold 110 items was a normal Monday night. If we'd sell 110 items, we'd take in almost exactly that many Monday night while we were on the air. And we just kept repeating that cycle. And normally we would finish somewhere around 650. And that included a lot of country store stuff. We have a lot of value in the store this year. So what it really gets down to is if people choose to pay an appropriate price for an item and go ahead and bid high. And our Century Club. Our Century Club is just a crucial part of what we do. Just so you know, I think it's always important to know where your money's going. You feel a lot better about making that donation. About half of our proceeds end up going for scholarships and grants. So if we raise $300,000 this year, then our plan is that $150,000 of that would be for grants and scholarships. And then we take another chunk of that for things like Thoroughbred Academy, for dual course credit, for ACT testing, everything that's education-based will run through the education committee. And then a lot of the money then is used for special requests. We do a lot of things for athletics, for our athletic program in Trigg County. We do quite a lot for our senior citizens. They don't ever ask for enough, in my opinion. I mean, I think they should ask for way more than they do, but they're much more proud. You know, they just don't want to ask because they think that the youth should have it all. But I think that our seniors should have more than what they ask for. But we have helped many times with the Senior Citizen Center. Any request they've ever asked of us, I think we've been able to meet or exceed that request. We've helped with Meals on Wheels programs. This last year, who would have thought that we would have been in the hand sanitizer, the PPE business, but we were. And we bought a bunch of it. We bought a bunch of masks, and we sent it out on all of the buses, the pack buses. Every route they made, every time they delivered a meal, they also delivered PPE for our seniors in Trigg County, because we knew that they were in need. And so that helped to keep them safe. So we're looking for those things. You know, we want to expand our mission. And it is a mission, isn't it, Norman? It's a true mission.
It is a mission. It is, and it's, you know, a long-standing one. And again, the county always supports us. People come through. Now it's outside the county, and we have a lot of friends of Trigg County Rotary Club that are, or the Cadiz Rotary Club that are outside Trigg County and support us. And many people donate the items that we sell, and so we just appreciate everybody stepping up to help us support our youth and seniors.
We saw that a lot more last year because of people being able to buy online. They could buy from anywhere. So, you know, you've got family in Hawaii, they can buy something, you know, in our store very easily now. And that's a little bit different, you know, than what we've had in past years where it was a little more localized and people were at the auction in person. Now they can just log in anytime and bidding. So bidding started at midnight. I stayed up till midnight and watched to make sure that the store went hot. And then once I knew it was working, I said, okay, I'll sleep for a little bit. I got up at 4. I checked the store, went straight to the computer, you know, checked the store, and I bid on a couple of things, made sure the bidding process was working. The very first thing I saw was a $50 gift certificate that had a $55 bid on it. I said, it's going to be a good auction. It's going to be a good auction.
Good
and
sign.
so I played around in the store until I was almost late for the breakfast this morning. And then during the breakfast, you know, we started taking bids. And at one point today, I was watching in our dashboard, we had over 1,000 people in the store browsing around looking at items today. And that's all good signs that we could be on our way to a terrific auction. We're going to need your help.
Absolutely.
We need $10. We need $1,000. You know your own comfort level. And I'm going to ask you just to stretch yourself a little bit. You know, sometimes what you're comfortable with is really what you've just become habitually used to giving, you know, and maybe you just gave that because that's what you gave last year. Well, maybe this year you got stimulus money. You know, maybe this year you were able to work when others weren't. Maybe you worked, maybe you got COVID money this year. A lot of companies gave additional COVID pay. So think about that and maybe pay that forward for our youth and seniors.
Absolutely. I got a little challenge amongst myself, though. Beth said the goal was 300,000. Well, that's not the ultimate goal that's ever been achieved. And when Norman came through as president, he achieved a whopping goal that was over and beyond it ever been met. You came through same way. Now, I can't speak for HB. That was back in 1941 or something.
$12,000 road.
$12,000, $1,000 a month.
$12,000.
So I know John Jordan, a few years when I first started in the Rotary, I've been in the club 7 years. Norman, right when I first came to Farm Bureau, he said, why don't you go to Rotary with me? Well, I knew then I was reeled in. But John Jordan got like 330 some odd thousand the year he was president. And I would like to be able to be in the same challenge level as Beth and Norman and the $12,000 that HB gave to the club himself that year to make sure he even had a goal. So that would be just an internal goal of my own if we could blow that John Jordan goal out.
Well, I'll give you a little word of encouragement. Norman will tell you this is true. Norman was between Mallory
Right.
and me.
Yes.
And I'll never forget, Mallory's like, we're going to do $50,000, and the club nearly fell out. I mean, they just nearly fell out in the floor. There's no way we're going to do $50,000. Well, Mallory, I mean, you're going to tell Mallory she's not going to do something really? Well, she surpassed that. I think it was about 56 or 7. And then Norman said, we're going to do 75. Wasn't that your goal?
They looked at me like I'd lost my mind.
We absolutely did.
And I said, have faith.
And what did you raise? And what did you raise? And what did we raise?
We broke that goal, 70.
8 or 9, I think
okay,
it
yeah.
was.
It was close to 80.
So that gave me the courage to say 100,000. Well, that was just over the top. There's no way in the world this club's going to do 100,000. We did 113,000. And after that, guys, it's just been
Wide open.
It's just been wide
Continue to
open.
go.
And the difference was the year that I was auction chair, we announced our grant program. So that's been 20 years now that we've been doing need-based grants.
And talk a little bit more about grant, because people hear scholarships and grants, and they may think that there's not a big difference in that.
Yes.
So talk a little bit about that, please.
So the grant program was founded because not every student is an A student that could be a terrific candidate for college. There are a lot of average students that do better in college than they do in high school. Yeah, hello. Because they're challenged and they have to. You know, sometimes high school doesn't challenge them as much, or they're not as mature yet. They don't realize how important it is, and at some point the light goes on for you. So the grant program was founded for students with above average need and average grade point. And once we plugged that in, it was really designed for a B and C student with financial need. And that scholarship was weighted in that way. That grant was weighted in that way. So 50% of the weighting of whether they got a grant or not was based on whether they needed it or not. And that program has just been phenomenal. I mean, we've been able to give to every single student who has filled out their application completely and gotten it into a Rotarian. We've never turned down a student
And
since.
they don't have to pay a cent of that back.
That's
do they?
correct. 20 years we've been doing that. You should see, I mean, I have got a spreadsheet a mile long of our kids who have gotten grants, and we have followed them all the way through the process, and sometimes they'll drop out for a semester and go back. They're eligible for 8 semesters, period. So whether that's, 8 years to get 8 semesters in, that's okay. If that's what it takes to get the job done. You don't repay it. It's a gift from our community. It's a gift from the community. And that program has just been, I think, has really given a lot of kids hope and encouragement. Sometimes it's not just the money, it's the belief. Those kids need to know that there's someone backing them, supporting them, telling them, yes, you can go to school, and you can go to school.
And Beth, that's not just college either, is it?
That's not college. It can be any accredited school. So it's, if you want to, cosmetology, we've had several linemen, we've had diesel mechanics, motorcycle mechanics, any type of electrical, plumbing, any skill really, that's just as long as it's a school that, has a certified program. And really, we encourage that. I mean, we believe there's a huge need for the ability to do what you want to do. College is not for everyone. And we've hammered that into kids' heads that it's all about college. It's not. It's all about career readiness. It's all about life and doing something that you enjoy with your life. And so we think that support piece is very, very important. There have been many students, I'm talking about dozens of students, that we've literally bought their suitcase, bought clothes for those kids, took them shopping, made sure they had clothes appropriate, learned how to pack their suitcase ready to go to school, and literally have helped pay teachers gas card money to take kids to college. I mean, that's how serious we are about these kids having opportunities. And there aren't just 1 or 2 kids on that list where we've done that. There are many of them. And many of them are doing terrific things now. One comes to my mind right now who is teaching English in other countries. And that kid had never left Cadiz, Kentucky before. But we helped him go to school. I remember buying him his first pair of black pants and white shirt because he was a presidential scholar and he was going to have to go to a banquet to be recognized as the presidential scholar. And that kid now is teaching English all over the world. And that's pretty neat to get to do
Be
things
awesome
like
to
that.
be a part of something like that.
It is indeed. Hey, we're 9 minutes away from the first items being sold. So I hope you've been in there bidding the whole time we've been talking about the grant program and the scholarship program. And, we want to know those success stories. And we're going to be visiting this week with different guests. We'll have guests at the bottom of each hour, 6:30, 7:30, 8:30 each night, with different Rotarians to kind of talk about, why do you do this? I mean, Rotary's a lot of work. It's 52 weeks a year. Well, now we're down to 51 weeks a year, I think, that we meet. It is commitment to be there every week and to try to be engaged. And then most of us serve on committees, and then we do this crazy thing called Rotary Radio Auction, where it's about a 100-hour week. But it's a lot of fun to do good for your community.
Absolutely. I left my wife this morning with my 3 kids at home. She had to take them to school and get them going, and then I coached the soccer team, and I had a soccer practice tonight. I had to get Ashley Hensley Stinnett filled in for that. Tomorrow night's baseball practice. My dad's doing that. Thursday night's baseball practice while I'm up here trying to raise money for the youth and seniors. So it is a big commitment, but hey, my wife knows that I'm doing this for the right reason and for the youth and seniors, and she just knows that people appreciate what we do, and it should, it really doesn't bother. Now, she does get on to me a little bit because people like HB, fixing to be retired and doesn't show up all the time to do stuff, but no, I'm just kidding. No, she's a team player, and I love her dearly. Okay, folks, you got to get on the big deals page, and you got to get to bidding on these items. There's a fleet item stopping at 7 o'clock. So they got to get going, Norman. They got to get going.
You better look at those 7 o'clock items. There's still some bargains there.
Let's run through those real quickly. Somebody want to do that? Give everybody kind of heads up. This is everything being sold at 7 o'clock.
So we've got the Little River Vet Clinic, and it's full value. Tammy Bush Manicure, Northside Auto Parts Bag of Tools, Britt's Corner Consignment World Salon, that's up. Clean Right Cleaners, Holiday Burgers, Fish Island Resort, Ziabro's Formals, Senior Lopez Grill and Cantina. Tree County Hospital donated the $100 Kentucky State Park gift card, the 10 bales of straw, the Willow Pond gift card, the oil change donated by Penneral Ford. We've got a Razor Pro Multi-Sport elbow and knee pads. I might need that. It says 8+, so that's, I'm good on that.
By the time the week's over.
2 one-day admission to Holiday World and Splash and Safari, 2-night stay in any lodge room, a 50-pound bag of soybeans, a $50 gift certificate to Four Seasons Catering, Parker Quick Lube gift certificate, haircuts to Stroud's, Burgoo by James Ladd, Young and Young Nursery and Landscape gift certificate, the chess pie that Bess already tried, the
I wanted to.
5 Chick-fil-A meals, the gift certificate to Hancock's, the Barbecue Shack in Hopkinsville gift certificate, Mr. Mulch, Wildcat Paws and Claws, Sassy Stuff, $100 gift card to Hancock's Neighborhood Market, full bicycle tune-up. I hope y'all have looked at it over there. RB Electric donated the $50 Hancock's card, 5 gallons of hydraulic fluid, Height lubricants and fasteners, the Nifty 3 Tier 3 oven companion, 1 pest control application, McGee Pest Control, $100 State Park gift card by S&S Storage, inflatable wind chair, HB Quinn, 2 dozen ears of sweet corn, sunflower wall plaque by Stuffing Balloons, and 1 dozen fried pies by Vonnie Hosapple, and the 1 dozen fried pies by Carolyn Bland. You've got a damsel in defense.
Stress.
Come here, Bill Booth, you read this. Yeah, everything's running together. $25 Casey's gift card. We're gonna move on. Taste of the South cookbook. The Hancock's by Lawrence Brothers gift certificate. 30-minute massage, Michelle Wade. First Choice Tire and Fleet Service, Hopkinsville, $50 gift card. The Joshua Tree, $50 gift certificate. Lynn Parent, Encore Beauty Salon, $50 gift certificate. 2 splash-proof pouches by my tag-alongs. 1 round of golf with cart at Kentucky State Parks. $25 floating pier restaurant at Prizer Point. $25 gift certificate to Casey's Pharmacy. The 5 soil erosion blankets donated by Joe Nichols, 7 Springs Farms. The 50-pound bag of Kentucky 31 Fescue. A gift certificate to Los Portales Mexican Restaurant. A pressure washing by Tim McGar's Detail and Pressure Washing. That'd be good
That's
for
a
your
$100 gift certificate.
$100
Nice,
gift
nice.
certificate.
He
And
does
Mr.
good work,
Tim
too.
does, yes, he's
You need that
meticulous.
tile house sprayed down or your concrete cleaned?
Boat.
Absolutely. $50 to any grocery store, Magnolia 2 Boutique, gift certificate, the Bluebird House by Mr. Rick Clements, and a $50 gift certificate to Hancock's donated by Barclay Plantation. And last but not least, 3-gallon azalea, pink, white, or red, donated by Rolling Hills Nursery. So get on there, get to bidding. We've got
3 minutes left.
3 minutes. Norman's the countdown. I love it. So get on there and see if this might be a chance for a few bargains early, and then people are going to realize, hey, that stuff's really going to sell. I mean, that's...
For sure. I'm glad you took the mic, because I went in there and bid on the Joshua Tree. I love that store in Princeton. It is so nice. They have the prettiest clothes, and they always, they help you like they used to, in a store where they bring you your sizes, and can they get this to go with this and match that for you? You don't get that kind of service anywhere else. They are all about service, and I love that. Family-owned business, love it. So I bid on it.
Well, good job, Beth.
Thank you for taking the mic and giving me time to bid on that, JJ.
Well, I was scrolling through here.
Convinced me.
HB and Norman, y'all can see them on video. They're over on their phones. They don't even know what's going on. What's the time, Norman? How much time we got here?
It looks like I've still got 6:57, so
That's
we
what I'm
got
showing, too.
about 2.5 or 3 minutes, so it's winding down.
Winding
So
down.
if you're unsure about what's selling, go in, go to your sort, okay, go to Rally for Rotary on the left rail, and then hit sort by ending soonest, all right? And you'll see pop up, and that will be everything that's selling right at 7 o'clock. So, and it's not right at, it's actually at 7 o'clock. Let me correct myself. Okay?
Good deal. Looks like we need some activity on the Clean Right Cleaners gift certificate. It's a bargain if somebody doesn't get in there and bid on that. Holiday World Splash and Safari. The tickets will probably go up this year because they didn't have as successful last year due to the pandemic. So you better get them while they're a bargain price regardless at full price.
Yes, and when we give those things away, we have, it is unbelievable how many people try to win those. So that's a fun place to go, really fun place to go. Badgett Playhouse is at $31. We need some more activity on that. Just about at full bid on the Manicure with Two-Finger Art by Tammy Bush. Really doing great on our Hancock's gift certificates. We need some more activity on Sassy stuff, this black inflatable wind chair. We need some more activity on that. The certificate to Young and Young Nursery and Landscaping, that's a wonderful family-owned business in Hopkinsville. Ty Young and his crew, hardworking all the time. We need some activity. We're at $30 on a $50 gift certificate. That's a bargain, guys. We can't let that happen. McGee Pest Control needs some more activity there. There we go. We got that $100 for grass. We're going to sell some more grass tonight.
All right.
The Solaration blankets, those are at $55. That's a $135 value. That's a bargain. You need to go in there and read about that. That's a really cool item. I think would really help your landscaping a whole lot. Let's see, guys. We're about down to at 59. We got ball cap on there, blue and gray Ford ball cap. Our straw is overbid. We're way too cheap on golf at the state park. That's any Kentucky State Park. We're at $55 on that. Need some more activity there for sure.
What do you think, HB?
Well, I'm trying to figure out if we don't get a bid on an item, what does the station manager say we're going to do?
We can go back and relist that item, but if we have a bid on an item, we will sell it for that price. I mean, that is our policy. So if we have a zero bid, we can go back and relist the item. Just like you see on eBay where it says a second chance to buy, you'll
Okay.
get that notification.
Right.
So,
Okay.
yeah, that's probably.
And time is up. I see it says bidding has ended for this item.
Ah,
So our first group of items, so if you went on there and kind of see how things work, this next go-around's got to be a lot more aggressive and get in early so it keeps emailing you back and forth so that you don't miss out on an item that you are interested in. With the next group of items, HB, what do you think?
Well,
You wanna-
I think those would be the one that we say we're going to sell by 8 o'clock. Would that be correct?
That
You're
would be
spot
correct.
on.
And that would be 8 p.m. Central Time, not Eastern Time.
that's a good time to remind people that they're listening to the 54th Annual Radio Rotary Auction, and we're on WKDZ FM, Cadiz, Hopkinsville, Princeton.
And what is that number? 270-522-3232.
Got it.
Right.
And with the not being around the phones, I kind of miss that because.
Yeah, 'cause we don't know if they're
you
ringing or
You
not,
don't
do
know
we?
if anybody's calling in or not, so.
And we need an update. I would hope they hit the phone workers hear us in there. We need a little update on, have we had any activity?
I wonder if they're listening to it.
Maybe I'll just call them
Why
myself
don't you
and see.
call and see if they're.
Call and see if anybody's answering.
Yeah, see what they say. That'll put them off guard.
I'm gonna let JB tell us what that first item is there at the 8 PM that's gonna be sold, because it's Vex Robotics Zotroop Animation Composer Kit.
That'd be a good thing for you.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure, but
I
if you
can't even say
if
it.
you go in there and you just type in VEX and hit the search button, it'll show you a photograph probably of what you're looking at.
Okay.
My computer's sitting here spinning at me a little bit, and I'll tell you in a minute what that thing looks like. And everybody in radio land hopefully will tell you what it looks like too, HB. Do you need someone to text you a picture of it?
I bet someone would, if they were listening.
Let's go over a few items for the 8 o'clock hour. We've got a gift certificate donated by Marty Powell. Is that how you say that, HB?
I think that is correct.
The Hair Connection. 1 4-pack of regular can koozies that's almost up to full value. We've got a 29-inch Genesis incline mountain bike, and that's been in the office for a few days. And let me tell you, it has really, that's a really nice bike, and there's a few of those to bid on there. They're pretty tall, so they wouldn't be for probably a short child, but an adult-sized bike, it looks like a really nice bikes that have been donated.
Could you keep Norman off of it?
I'll let Norman talk about them a little bit.
Hey, good, nice mountain bikes. They're actually for someone who is 6 foot or taller, so they're a large bike, but they're a really good mountain bike. You know, they're 18 speed and got disc brakes on the front, so they're great mountain bikes. Look on there and bid on that. I'm not looking at that value now. I lost you, JB, but around a $200 value, I think, on those.
Yeah, $178 value, and we're, I don't know exactly where we're at currently.
I've heard people talk about the COVID climb on the scales. So if you've had an issue with the COVID climb on the scales, get you one of these mountain bikes and you can get out and you have a fun way to get some exercise.
Absolutely, and they're really nice looking.
My sister told me this, you know, when they went to college, the freshman 15 that a lot of the women and guys gained. My sister talked about the COVID-19.
The COVID-19.
So yeah, not that I've said anything, but she could get out and walk or bike or something.
The COVID-19.
The COVID-19.
COVID-19.
So let me go through a few more items. That bike is really nice though, and if you're interested, look on there and take a gander at that. We've got a flower arrangement in a vase donated by a friend of Rotary. We've got a complete Mediterranean, I'm not Mediterranean.
I never get it right.
Cookbook that's been donated. $50 gift certificate to Casey Jones Distillery, and I'll just give kudos to Casey Jones Distillery for a little bit. They came through during the pandemic with hand sanitizer and different things, and that group of people have really stepped up and helped out, and I just want to say kudos to Casey Jones Distillery and what they've done during the pandemic. That's a really great thing. We have a 2-night stay at Natural Bridge. I think Norman's bought some of these a couple times and went out. I haven't been to all the state parks, but I think that would be a great trip sometime just to travel around. You might tell us a little bit about some of your experience, Norman.
Beautiful. Visit the state. It's a great way to get out and see different things in Kentucky, and I think there's probably some different stays each night this week, and again, the state park system does a great job of supporting us, and we appreciate David Miller. I'm sure he has a little to say about that, and when Donnie Holland was commissioner, you know, they just really helped us out, but they've continued to do that this year, and so we just greatly appreciate that. But it's a great weekend trip. Everybody's ready to get out and do a little something, and it's a great way to see your state. So yeah, I would encourage people to bid on those. I bet my wife's home bidding on some of those right now.
Yeah, her and Gigi Moore are probably bidding against each other. They, G always asked about going to those and taking Dawson, and she Facebooked us on there. Let me encourage you too, if you want to help the Rotary Club out, when we do a Facebook post or you see a Rotarian that's put some items out, if you share that on your own Facebook page, that just gets so many more hits when it comes to people being able to view items. And I think that would be a really great thing. If you're wanting to, you say, well, I don't know what I can do because I feel like I can't be live and in person, that's something you can do that'll be a huge benefit to us reaching out to more people on items and stuff.
I just talked with some of our Rotarians who are on the phones tonight, and we asked them to let us know what questions people are calling and asking, because we understand this is a new concept. It's new for us too. You know, we're having to learn as we go. So feel free to call 522-3232 if you have questions, and let the ladies there walk you through it. One thing that we're hearing is that you're having trouble finding some things, so let's walk through that process. Go to wkdzradio.com. Right in the center of the page on the navigation bar is Big Deals. Click on Big Deals, and that will take you to everything that we own in our store. If you go to the left rail, what that means is the left side, there's a list of different things that you can go into. There's a Rally for Rotary there. When you go into Rally for Rotary, everything in that store is 100% proceeds to the Cadiz Rotary Club. So that's the best way to go in. Then you can start doing your sort and your search within that section. So go to Big Deals, go on the left side to Rotary, Rally for Rotary, and that will give you everything that has a Rotary emblem beside it. If it has a Rotary emblem, 100% of the proceeds are going to the Rotary Club this week.
That's great. I've had a text from my mother, can you give the item number? So I'm going to try to do that a little bit along too. But if you're looking for gift certificates, if I say Hancock's gift certificate, if you put Hancock's in the search bar on the top, that will pull up everything that's involved with Hancock's. If John Hancock from Lafayette donated a tractor, then it would show that as a Hancock. So keep that in mind. If you're in doubt, put just enough in there to be dangerous, and you might find something else that you didn't know was in there. On that Natural Bridge State Park, you could type in just natural or bridge or state or anything, and that would pull up, or two for 2-night stay. Yep. Or night.
We found park to be the best one, and it pretty well pulled all of them up. All of them had park in it, and so it would pull all those up. There may be other things mixed in, but it's a great way to see all the ones that are available through the week. And you can go ahead and bid early, even if it's not going to be sold till later.
In fact, we encourage that.
Absolutely.
Because it is a large store. You know, we've never, in fact, Big Deals has never sold 600 items in an auction. So leave it to Trigg County to break records, right? That's what we're good for.
Hey,
we're good
awesome.
at that.
We about broke it last year, didn't we?
Yeah, we might break it again. So I just looked in on the dashboard. We look on the back side. We have 1,964 people in the store right now shopping and looking on our Monday night in our 7 o'clock hour of the Rotary auction. So that is good activity. That's exactly where we need to be and what we need to be doing.
And what's crazier to me is it's averaging 13 minutes and 31 seconds. So that's
Takes a long
almost a
time to
fourth.
look at 600
That's almost a
items.
fourth of the time. Absolutely.
Well, just to give you an idea, the peer average, they do everything in this backside that compares you to all other Big Deal stores all across the world, okay? So the peer average of time spent in the store is 2 minutes and 59 seconds. We're at 13 minutes and 31 seconds. I've never seen a number like that before, ever. I mean, normally we're about 4 to 4.5 minutes in our store. So obviously people are doing a lot of shopping, JB. They're looking around and they're reading those descriptions. And
I think there's about 20 in my family, so if you took that off, we're talking about,
we're still at
1957.
1957.
Yeah. It's a good year, right, HB?
Very good year.
Oh, yeah.
This is on HB night for JB, right?
You just go right ahead, big boy.
I hear you. I'll get a bill on that too, right?
He does bill by the minute, by the way.
Yeah. So we also have, this would be something good for HB, a Razor Turbojet electric heel wheels. Man, you could fly all over the place on that thing. You could do from your office down there up to the burger joint or anything. You could just ride that thing. You wouldn't have to walk.
Yeah.
We've got a handmade wood cutting board by Bill Stark. That's item 17385, Mother. Double matted.
Mother, are you supposed to plug in mother?
Mother.
Are you searching mother?
Double matted everlasting life print donated by a friend of Rotary. We've got 5 straw erosion control blankets donated by Joe Nichols and Seven Springs Farm. A 50-pound bag of LG brand soybeans by Nutrient Ag. $25 gift certificate to the Cadiz Family Restaurant. $100 gift certificate to the Harper House donated by Scott and Ellen Jolly. Thank you for that donation. We've got a bird feeder from Sam Conver. We've got 5 more Chick-fil-A meal cards. We got a toolbox donated by Transcraft, and this is an item 18,299 for some of you farmers out there. This is a really nice toolbox, but it fits just certain things. Now it could be good for your garage or anything, but if this is something you really need to take a look at, you can type in, lost it already, HB, 18,299, and that'll pull that toolbox up. It would look good on the back of that bike rack on that little Toyota you drive. So we also have an Interstate Marine battery by Barry's Marine. Barry's always generous down there. He takes care of us boating people year after year. Miss Linda and Barry, we appreciate y'all. Rum cake. We haven't heard this tonight. Rum cake. Donated by Miss Penny Wallace. Jim Wallace sent me some photos. For those of you that haven't seen, get on there. That's item 18,340. Get on there and look at that. There's some good pictures of Miss Penny's rum cakes, and that's, you just let Miss Penny know, and I'm sure she'll, I think that you'll have to read on there and figure that out. Popcorn Party Pack donated by Bluegrass Cavern LLC. We got a $50 gift certificate to Southern States donated by Riverbend Farms. Mary Beth and Alana. We've got a UK cup with a UK flag donated by Creations by Tammy. We've got a, here you go HB, a color and cut or highlight and cut from Tanya Allen at the shop. That'd do good on your hair. And you could,
I could use the highlights.
you could ride your razor up there even.
Good.
You've been looking good with some highlights.
Yeah, I need the highlights.
Low lights too, right?
We've also had donated Lee Brick and Block. This is an item you want to get on there if you're looking at doing any landscaping, retaining walls, or anything like that. We've got 54 by 8 by 12 retaining blocks. Best thing to do is type in 18033 on the search bar and take a look at that to see if that will suit your needs. Gift certificate to Moon River Marina and Resort down on Rock Castle Road. We've got a downtown Cadiz print 1960s, item number 18315. We've got a handmade baby quilt, item 18347, $125 value. Get on there and take a look at that handmade baby quilt. We've got a $50 gift certificate to HD Nail. We've got a handcrafted dragonfly pendant necklace, item 18955. We've got the Edge Media Group fan pack, item 18119. We've got 2 gift certificates for lawnmower blade sharpening. HB, you need your blade sharpened on your lawnmower?
I have the mayor take care of that.
The mayor takes care of that. Well, the mayor should be it on item.
His blade,
The
right?
mayor needs to
And I
do
think
it.
that's locally at Fortner Gas, if I'm not mistaken. So that's somewhere local. You can take your blades and get them sharpened.
Sounds good. We've got a 24-inch expert charcoal grill, Bill Booth. That grill is for, it doesn't have to be an expert because you'll burn it up regardless. Just crank it up for higher heat, crank it down, it's together. You don't even have to put it together. If Cooper Long charge you for assembly, then it'll cost you an extra $300 because I think it was a day work for Cooper because that came in the box and we were generous enough to try to get that thing together. So Cooper, send the bill to whoever buys item 17388. A Carry ice cream maker, it's item 18179. That is also got some photos online. We've got a kids bike donated by Barkley Lake Homes Realty, Sheila and Ronnie Sadler. That's item 17331, which is a little blue bike, really nice Huffy. Go take a look at that. We've got gift card donated by All Interiors $100 to Hancock's Neighborhood Market. We've got a UK, and my wife has already told my middle son, a UK tiger concrete statue. I don't think it's a tiger, though. I think it's a wildcat, but it says tiger.
I know it. I don't know what in the world happened. But we got it changed. It's a wildcat now. A wildcat.
We may have an LSU fan betraying us here. I don't know. We better watch out.
You know, we do have one. Ann Petrie is a true LSU Tiger, but we just blow her out, you know. We bleed blue around here.
I really think it has the UK on the concrete vest, though.
I
So
think
it'd be
it does.
hard to probably go for the tiger on
We'll have to
that.
ask Donna about that. I think that was one of hers. Maybe she wrote it up that way. I don't know. But
We have a lot of good Milwaukee tools. I want to talk about these a little bit. Shannon Perry brought these by the office. We've got, just type in Milwaukee, Milwaukee on the search, and that'll bring up a fleet of Milwaukee tools in memory of her brother, Patrick Perry. Every year, Shannon, Stephanie, and Craig support the Rotary auction in a huge way. She brought those by and she said, make sure two things. One, in memory of my brother, and two, I bought these locally at Lights, Plumbing, and Electric. So they're not only supporting the auction, they're supporting the local business. And Dustin and Sharon and Michael, all the people over at Lights Plumbing took care of her, gave us a nice description. Those items are up. There's a grease gun, there's an impact, there's a drill set, like a bit set, there's a radio, there's an inflator, I don't know, but just type in Milwaukee. This particular item here is item 18552. Get on there, take a look at that. Craig, Stephanie, and Shannon, thank you so much for y'all's support for the auction year after year after year. We can't thank you enough for that. And show that your appreciation by doing overvalue bids, supporting two local causes, Lights, Plumbing, and Electric, and the Cadiz Rotary auction. We've got a Tree County Bicentennial Square plaque, item 181. It's a lot of 8s and 1s, HB. We have a $100 Prizer Point Marina and Resort Lodging or Kentucky Lake KOA Prizer Point Camping gift certificate. We have a $150 gift certificate to McNichols Heating and Cooling. These are all 8 o'clock items, folks. A 14-piece wrench set donated by Orschland's Farm and Home. We have a shoe rack donated by Nancy Moore, item 18613. Hangs on the back of a door. It's a pretty neat shoe rack. We got a highlight haircut by Caitlin Oliver at the Shop Salon, item 18965. We have a handcrafted wren house made by one of our own Rotarians, Mr. Rick Clemens. That's item 18522. We have several of these that he's donated and he's made himself. But I'm gonna tell you, these are really nice bird houses, and he's got a little description of the bird and why you want them here and stuff that go with the house, but I will try to bring that tomorrow and read that while we're on the air. But look that up, item 18522. Pass for two for a cave tour at Carter Cave State Park. There's another park on the search. You can get in there. That's for, I've never been on a cave tour. That's sad. We go all over the country, and I've never been on a cave tour.
now that's fun. You need to do that.
So, Trey, if you're listening, that's item 18756, and use your mom's credit card. We have a $25 gift certificate to the Pier Floating Restaurant from Prizer Point Marina and Resort. We've got a You Read My Mind Baby Bog bag of goodies. Is that how you say that, HB?
You did good, JB.
All right, as long as you think so.
I'm shocked, I say.
Get on there, item 18441, and take a look at that. That's a $134 value. That bog bag is like a crock material, like a plastic material. So you can take it to the beach, to the lake, to the Barkley Beach We're going to encourage Dave to have that ready to go by swimming season, although I saw some people swimming Sunday over when I crossed LBL. The number to call,
It's cold.
270-522-3232 for questions, concerns, Century Clubs. Go to WKDZradio.com, go to the menu tab, click on Big Deals. Once you get into Big Deals, there's another menu that you can click on called Rally for Rotary. Get on there, there's some Buy It Now items, which is all your Century Club items, your bundle of books, your T for Trig book. So there's a lot of good things on there. And look, we're going to sell again at the 8 o'clock hour. So get on there, you're already logged in. So just click it. Just place bid. You don't even have to change the amount, just place bid. Now, if you'll notice, there's an up and down arrow if you're having trouble figuring it out. The up arrow goes up in quarter increments, so keep that in mind. But if you can bid $10 or $20 extra just to get it going, that's what we need, HB. We need all the money we can get. Youth and seniors of Trigg County need it now more than ever. And somebody's going to have to take over talking because I'm going to have to take a drink. So Norman Cotton, I'm leaving it up to you for a second.
Well, you done read the list. Share the list. We'll help you out. You stop, we'll take off. But a lot of great items. You've got 38 minutes on those items. And so get on there, look at them. A lot of great gift certificates, a lot of different things in this 8 o'clock hour. Those items will close out then. So if you're interested in some of those items, we really encourage you to get on there, spend some time, check those out. One of the things I want to mention, I think they sold fairly low, but many of you people use those straw erosion blankets. That is 5 of they're 8 foot wide, 120 foot long. So it'll cover a lot of territory. So some of you guys on farms that have maybe some pond work you're getting ready to do and you want to straw those banks and seed them down, that'll go great with your fescue seed. And so, but we encourage you to get on there. That's right, where you can grow grass. The straw blanket will help get it started. And so we encourage you to get on there and take a look at those. That's $175 value, just a $40 bid right now. So there are a lot of other things on there like that need a lot of activity. I'll also mention that grill JB talked about that Cooper, he's our co-op student at the Farm Bureau office this year, so he got to assemble a lot of Rotary items.
There's a good use of a co-op student.
Right,
I like
right.
the way you think.
So he's spent a lot of hours assembling bicycles and grills and some different things. But that is a great little charcoal grill. It does a wonderful job. I use one of those at home all the time. Usually cook a couple times a week on that. And I finally got down pat grilling fish, and it is just great. And so
Good, I'll be on that.
I enjoy. I went back. I'd used gas grills for years, but I went back to a charcoal grill, and I really do like it and just like the flavor. So. So bid high, bid often. Again, think about those Century Clubs. We hope to get that at least $1,000 matched tonight. So if you haven't given a Century Club, it'd be a great time to do that. And call 522-3232 and make that Century Club contribution. Maybe you've already given, and some of the things that Beth has said, talking about education, the things we do, and the people we help. And maybe you want to up that. We encourage you to, if you've given a $100 Century Club, you might want to bump that up to a silver level at $250 or even a gold level at $500. And we love platinum at $1,000. And so, but we encourage you to just think about that. And you know, if you've been blessed this year and just know you have and want to do something good to help out your community and the youth and seniors in your community, that's a great phone number to make that happen.
I want to give out some kudos for some buyers in the first hour. So we're starting to process through our orders, and we're seeing what all we sold in the first hour. By the way, we did great. It was a fantastic first hour. We can't sense that. We don't have the phones ringing, and we don't have the bells ringing, but we've got a pretty good idea of how we're doing financially. So let me say a big old thank you to Josh Holly, Tracy Cotton, Missy Burgess, and Tony Martinazzi. Maurice Elker, Karen Randall, Scott Sutherland, Kimberly Allen, Mackenzie Miller, David, Mackenzie Miller, Sharon Butts, Carol Schaefer, David Boyd, Tim McGinnis, Penny Wallace, Ashley Johnson, David Boyd, Lauren Fowler, thank you very much, Anita Jones and James Moore, Tammy Kane, Michelle Case, Kyle Rader, that's one of our own Edge Media groups. Let's see, we've got some Nancy Moore in there, Josh Clausen. Of course, Josh is always part of the Rotary auction. He enjoys that every year. Has been part of the auction, I guess, since he was about 7 years old. He's been going with us to help us out. He's working over in Caldwell County tonight, running our games there, so John Miller can be here doing video for us. Josh Adams is on tonight, and we'll continue to update you as we go here. But thank you very much. You can buy now, you can pay now if you want, or you can wait and check out all at once, or you can even wait and do that Saturday if you want to just give a check. You'll be able to do that at Kentucky Farm Bureau at Norman Cotton's and J.B. Moore's office. So just keep the bids coming, guys. We are 33 minutes away from the next deadline. Big bunch of items at 8 o'clock. We took it easy on you at 7, right? We're going to give you some time to kind of get in there and get used to it. So now the 8 o'clock hour is crucial.
Beth, you mentioned about Josh being around the Rotary auction, and again, another thing that we missed by doing that is the Rotaract students that would come every night, and of course Simone Parker, who was very, very involved in that, and of course, as we all know, we lost Simone this year, but those kids, you know, Daniel Parker, I think Daniel
Yes.
had been, like you said, since he was about 7, helping out down there. And so, you know, again, this is different, it's good, but you miss some of those old things. And for people that old like me, JB, that been doing it a long time, we do miss those things.
We do absolutely miss those things. And, you know, those are the kids that we're working for. And I think it's excellent for those kids to be in the room watching how hard we're working as a community to do things for them. I think that's something that's instilled there. Donnie Holland had his grandson there at the breakfast this morning, and he came up and talked to me about, he's been Facebook messaging me about, how do I bid on the Bicentennial pins? And, you know, that's wonderful to see a kid at 16 years old taking an interest in a fundraiser. You know, that's just a little bit unusual. And you know, it makes my heart happy to know that they are understanding what we're doing. And, you know, that's our future. That is our future Rotarian and our future business leader in our community. And so it's pretty exciting, I think, when we see those young people. Good news for you, Colson Thomas. That is that this morning we sold our Bicentennial pin set for $2,900, which I was thrilled about. Bob Brain had asked, you know, when Trigg County Historical Society made that donation, what do you think it'll bring? I mean, what do you think we'll do pretty good with this? Because they didn't want to give us an item that they were thrilled about, but maybe the community wasn't as thrilled by it. And I said, oh, I think we'll do 4 figures. I really believe we'll do 4 figures. So $2,900 was a terrific start on the Bicentennial pin. So we sold those this morning to Carolyn and Terry Hamby, and they are foundation partners. They've always been tremendous supporters of the auction. And immediately, Terry says, and I want to give it to Trigg County Museum. So later this morning, Bob reached out to me and he said, are we getting any bids on our Bicentennial pins? And I said, oh, you're going to love this. So I called him. He was texting. I called him. I said, you're going to love this. So I told him the story about what happened, and I said, so it's going back to the Trigg County Museum. He said, oh, that's wonderful, and, you know, we're so happy about it. And of course, he always plays his cards just right. So a little bit later, he reaches back out to me and he says, if you think Mr. and Mrs. Hamby would be okay with it, we would like to donate it back to Rotary and let you sell it a second time. Because we have one full pin set that we did for our museum. Of course, we want that in our museum. And if you think they'll be okay with it. So he reached out to Terry, didn't catch him. I reached out to Carolyn and did catch her. And they said, of course, you know, we're all about raising as much money as possible. So now you've got a chance to be a second-time buyer of that gorgeous Bicentennial pin set. And it will be sold Friday night at 9 o'clock. It's in the store now. You can bid now. Go ahead and do that. And let's just make sure that we make a lot of money on that item. You know, that was made with love and care. And, you know, I think when you think back about our club didn't get to do our auction, but think about if it's your Bicentennial and they didn't get to do all of those events. I mean, they had, you know, dozens of events planned for last year and didn't get to do that, and had spent hundreds of hours planning for their Bicentennial celebration. So they were so terribly disappointed. So I think this is kind of a good way to make them feel great about the Bicentennial and their pin collection. So let's get a lot of money on that item. Should we get Chapel in here to talk to us for a minute? What is he doing?
Chapel
He would like to
came
drop in
in,
and talk
waved,
to
and
us?
and bailed out. I think he was afraid because we saw us all talking in here. He was nervous, but we'll
That was
see.
the other thing I was wondering about. She said there were going to be guests, and then there weren't any guests. and I
well, they
thought,
all ran off
Well, maybe
on us.
we're the guests. Maybe that's what we're doing.
No, no way. Let's see. We are, 29 minutes away? Is that the official timekeeper?
29 minutes away
29 minutes.
from
and
the
I-
next
and
hour closing.
Let's go through items again.
Let me just tell you to go back in, if it gave you a little bit of a message on your big deals page, when all the items sold there at the top of the hour, it might have took you offline for a minute, but it looks like we're back going here. So if you had trouble and you think, I got several text messages and not just you, it's just a little short delay in getting things back rolling. So if you missed out, go back in and just do wkdzradio.com. Go to the big deals page. You should still be logged in because until you sign out, you're going to be logged in if you're on the same device. Now, if you change over from your phone to your computer to your phone, then you'll need to go in and do a little updating and getting logged back on. So we should be back in good shape here. Donate now. You can click the Buy Now on the Century Club. You can call 270-522-3232. I imagine they're getting a few phone calls because my cell phone was giving a little fit there too. But hey, this is all new to everybody, and you just got to bear with us a little bit. It's not a good thing, but it is when it does something like that. That means you're doing a whole lot in a short amount of time, and that's really exciting for the Cadiz Rotary Club. So keep in mind the gift certificates are going to be selling. So go in there and type in a gift or certificate or card and see what's going on. We need to work on some of these items. We need to get in on the mountain bike, the incline mountain bike, the gift certificate for the hair connection. We got the 2-night stay at Natural Bridge. We got a 12 by 17 handmade wood cutting board by Bill Stark. That's item 17385. We've got the straw erosion control blankets by Joe Nichols and Seven Springs Farms. That's item 18283. $25 gift certificate to the Cadiz Restaurant. It's item 18015. It's got a full value bid on. The $100 gift certificate to the Harper House donated by Scott and Ellen Jolly. That's item 18990. That's up to full value as well. A bird feeder from Sam Conver, item 18109. Get on there and take a look at the pictures of that and see what we are, where we're at on that. The 5 Chick-fil-A meal cards are up to almost full value. Get on there and bid on that, 18975. We've got the toolbox donated by Transcraft. We need some activity on that. That's item 18299. We've got a Interstate Marine battery. Everybody's getting their boats out, getting ready for the one time a year that I use mine, that I keep the boat around. There's a battery donated by Barry's Marine. That's item 18140. Let's get that to a full $125 value. The rum cake from Penny Wallace. We need to get some activity on that as well to get that up to overvalue bid. We got the popcorn party pack donated by Bluegrass Cavern LLC. It's item 18485. We need some more activity on that. The Southern States gift certificate donated by Riverbend Farms. That's a full value bid on that item. The Troy Built Chipper Shredder, I'm fixing to pull up right now to see what kind of activity we have on it. And I'm going to the search bar and I'm typing in the word chipper and didn't get it at the moment, but we will shortly.
Probably an operator error. if I
That
were
would be
guessing.
very possible, HB, very possible.
Yeah.
2 P's. But I bet if I just put chip in, it'll find it. So, did we find Chapel Wilson, or is he out and about? He ran. Okay. Well, I don't blame him. He did come in and do his little wave, and he moved on out. I'll tell you, Chapel's been showing up most every Tuesday to Rotary during the pandemic, and I call him silent but deadly. We were looking for Wildcat Chevrolet donation, and we knew that Mike Oliver and the crew over at Wildcat always give a donation, and Chapel said, well, I've got them. He said, I've got a $1,000 Century check. We said, okay, we won't ask you again. So Wildcat Chevrolet, thank you for your $1,000 Century Club donation, and thank you for all the support you give to the Cadiz Rotary Club. 270-522-3232 is the phone number. Call for Century Club, call for questions. Get on the big deals page, look through stuff. HB, what do you think?
I think we ought to make a lot of money, is what I think, because it goes to a good cause. I don't remember, I looked at the insert this time, but we used to list where all the money went. I don't know that we do that anymore in that insert, but again, it is the scholarships and grants, which is a major project, but, Little League football, baseball, one of the trips that they would take down to Nashville to the symphony and go to the Frisch Museum, just a lot of different things that we have for students in high school, and that's not just for the college students. So we have just something you can't always put in words, what all gets done for the community by what people give to us, and we're hopefully good stewards of that money, and put it in the places where it needs to go, JB.
Absolutely. I feel like, and I've said this the last 2 or 3 years, that if we had a place to put where the public and the community could see where the dollars are going, we've contemplated trying to get a platform to do that on. And if you're in doubt, call a Rotarian or ask somebody, hey, did you support this or support that or whatever. I feel like we're good stewards of the money, and we go where the need is. And we think outside the box. It's not just for scholarships and grants. If you've got a club or organization that needs something, I know we do the angel tree every year at Christmas time.
Yeah, that's something
That's a huge, we take at least 50 angels off the angel tree. We do Thanksgiving baskets at Thanksgiving. Norman heads that up. We give out, I think this year was the biggest number we've ever had, maybe close to 30 or 40 boxes that we took around. And until you get out in our community, people think, oh, this is a, fairly wealthy community, and there's not a lot of need. If you get out in the county and see there's a lot of need in this county, that a lot of times you go unnoticed until you deliver the Thanksgiving basket. You think, Lord, I didn't even realize that somebody lived there or was, there and couldn't get out. We take a lot of baskets to the same places year after year, and we just, pray about what we seen that day and think, we were really fortunate, and there's a lot of people that need that you don't really realize is in need.
JB, I can't remember when you came in the Rotary, and you may have been in when Sissy came and talked to us about the Meals on Wheels, and I didn't realize that they weren't able to meet the need. And once she wasn't there to talk about not meeting the need, she was just giving statistics of what she gave out. And I don't know if it was that meeting, but if it wasn't that meeting, the very next meeting, we started discussing how the Rotary Club could help the senior citizens deliver those Meals on Wheels to everybody that needed it. And again, that's something that people don't see and might not have thought. I wouldn't have thought about it if Sissy hadn't have come and given that program.
Yeah, we make assumptions that everything just rolls and it's going to keep rolling, and you don't realize that like you said, that they were lacking 25 meals and people were on a waiting list. And we said, well, that's crazy. There's no reason for a senior citizen, and if you're out there in radio land listening, and you don't have a hot meal, at least, or a meal at least once a day, you need to call somebody, because there is people that are willing to help and are able to help, and Rotary Club being one of them. I know the Way Christian Youth Center downtown, behind the school, a group of people got together to put that on, and the Rotary Club stepped up and helped buy fixtures in there and different stuff for the Way Youth Center. So, you know, we try to think outside the box when it comes to, there's no request that we won't review, that if there's truly a need for, I feel confident that you will get your request.
Well, in the Way, I know that organization, that serves students also I mean, I know that's one of the things they do. And of course, Genesis Express is another organization that helps tutor kids in the community, and they help us by cooking for us and donating money, and then we in turn help them in their projects. So it's, again, people are gonna get tired of me saying it, but it's just a wonderful organization that puts this on, and the people that work here, and the good that we do in the community.
Yep. I know Helping Hands had a food drive at Hancock's because it was cold as a cucumber, and Kay Donna and myself and Dr. Sutherland went up there and we did a match that day. I don't remember what we gave Helping Hands, but you know, I couldn't believe what it cost to keep Helping Hands open in a month's time. And KG and her crew there at Helping Hands were just overly grateful for the help. And I would like her, if you hear us, KG, call and tell us a monthly price that it costs to keep the Helping Hands running. I'd be curious to know that, and I'm sure Radio Land would be curious to know that as well, because that number was just, and I don't want to quote it because I'm afraid I'll be off, but it just astonished me that number was so high in a smaller town. I mean, if you think about Trigg County, me and Norman talk about this often. Trigg County actually covers a majority of the land between the lakes. So our county looks big, but if you take out LBL, our county is not very big.
And Fort Campbell.
And Fort Campbell.
Right.
You know, we're land mass, we don't have a lot of land left after LBL and Fort Campbell. And you look at the map and think, well, that's pretty good size, but really we're working with a small area with not a whole lot of people. So.
And we're here to help them all.
Absolutely.
And one of the things that I love going out and delivering the food boxes at Thanksgiving, because the people are so grateful. I mean, they're grateful and thankful for that, and just so appreciative. And you know, like JB said, there are some homes we've been back to multiple times, and it's like they're waiting and looking forward to that, and they're just really appreciative of it. And so, you know, whenever you do what you can to help somebody and just to let them know you care. I mean, sometimes that means as much as anything. I know the Meals on Wheels program is so important to so many of our senior adults. We talked about that earlier, but some of them, that may be the only person they see all week, is the person that brings that meal to their door. And they look forward to just seeing somebody come up to their door. And some of them need somebody to check on them every day to make sure they're okay. And so it goes further than just a hot meal, but you know, it's just seeing a smiling face and having a pleasant hello during the day.
Absolutely. I think about Claire Beth and Barclay Plantation, just thinking about the pandemic when those residents of Barclay Plantation couldn't get out during the pandemic. And I mean, some of those people were absolutely going crazy because they couldn't see people, they couldn't see their family, and they couldn't even go outside. You know, we were all closed in there, and they could look out the window, but I mean, seeing people, like you said, Norman, and people visiting means a lot to someone who doesn't see anybody. I know my wife gets on to me sometimes in the afternoons when I get home because my phone's rang all day and I don't even want to say a lot because my jaws are sore and my ears are burning, but regardless, it's two different sides to every story when you go to thinking about it, and you can't make assumptions on anybody. You have to think about the whole spectrum of what's going on in somebody's life. If you've had trouble getting on the Big Deals page, I feel confident that we're looking up because I'm able to get back on here now. So just bear with us on this platform. But get on there and bid on these items. Time is counting down. My timekeeper, Norman.
We're down to 14 minutes.
14
for the 8 o'clock
minutes.
hour with a lot more items that are going to be sold at that point. That's one of the things I think that the system, it suddenly sells all those items on the hour, right when that happens. And so be patient with that, and be patient with us. If it is a moment it says temporarily unavailable, just give it a little bit, try it again, and I've had that happen on mine, and it'll come right back up. And so we encourage you that you got that 14 minutes, maybe 13 now, to bid on those items that are coming up. Just reminded that you can search that in different ways and kind of what's going to be selling soon, and that really will get those items to the top that are coming up for sale here at the 8 o'clock hour. And so get on there, bid often, bid high, and we do apologize if you had a little bit of trouble, but just get back on there and take a look at it.
We're going to try to add just a few minutes to some of those items that were to close at 8 o'clock. And trying to be fair to you, I don't know that we can get that many changed in the period of time that we've got to do that, so we are going in and editing some of it. So, kind of clue to self is, this might not be the time you want to play bidding games. If it's something you're really serious about, go ahead and get serious about your bid. Obviously, we've got a lot of people on tonight, and that is a wonderful problem to have. And I'm going to keep telling myself that over and over and over and over again until I believe that a problem is a good thing to have, right? But we're working on it, and we're in the background with the owner of this company, with Big Deals Media Company, and they're right there trying to help us through the process. So we're working to get some more.
And
some more
we do
minutes
want to
added the
encourage you
items.
that if you've been bidding on an item and you pull it, you see that you've been outbid and you pull it back up to bid on it again, that will be pre-filled with a $1 higher bid. We encourage you to just click on that and backspace and clear that out and go ahead and get that bid on up to where the value
There
is.
you go.
And that might be something else that could overwhelm the system at times. People may be joggling back and forth with those dollar bid, but it does pre-fill, just telling you what you have to bid to become the highest bidder again. But we encourage you just to go ahead and bid those items up to value. Remember what the cause, it's going for a great cause. It's not a time to really be looking for a bargain, although some will be bought. But we just encourage you to think about if it's an item you're going to use and would like to have, go ahead and bid full value on that, and support us as a club, but support your community, your youth and seniors.
Going back, 270-522-3232. You can still call and make those cash pledges. I believe the phone lines are working. If not, most of you have my cell phone number because it's been out on the website and the radio for several days. You can text in a Century Club to me. I've got several people that's have been texting me, telling me that the page is down. So keep looking, folks. We're going to get through this, I can assure you. There's no doubt in my mind. Let me just go over what happened at the breakfast this morning just a little bit. We got about 10 or 11 minutes before the top of the hour. We started our breakfast out this morning. The Lodge did a fixture plate for you in a pickup, and I thought that was really smooth. I actually think that is probably as good as it's went in a long time, even with the buffet style, because they fixed your plate, filled it up. David, y'all did a great job filling the plate up. We had 4 items that sold this morning. We had a country ham donated by Ben Cundiff. That ham brought $500 and then was donated back. And then we had a hand-carved shorebird that my friend Arnold Klupsa, when I was a kid, I lived in Blue Springs. My mom and dad still live down there. Actually, they live right behind where Mr. Arnold and Miss Verna used to live. And Arnold has carved waterfowl and birds and different things for years in contest. And this shorebird had a beak on it that was about 10 inches long, 12 inches, I don't know. It rode around in my pickup truck for a couple of days, and I thought, if that thing can survive my pickup truck, it can survive anything. And that bird brought $1,150 at the auction this morning. And then we had off the Junior Adams farm, we had a shadow box. The wood came off of the Junior Adams farm out in the Siloam community. And Steve Mallory, who is up on the swimming pool hill there, he's big in the Historical Society. He made the shadow box. The Bicentennial, or the Historical Society, put all the Bicentennial pins in this shadow box. That item brought $2,900 at the breakfast this morning. And then we passed the bucket around and people just put money in it. That bucket auctioned off for $1,500. And then the money was donated back, which in turn added about $2,100 to the bottom line. So we had a really successful breakfast this morning. It was limited seating. We were completely sold out. The tickets were $50 a seat or $300 a table, and we completely sold out. The proceeds from the breakfast are going to the Interact Club in memory of Simone Parker, who passed away this year, unfortunately due to the COVID-19 coronavirus. So we honored her this morning at the breakfast as well. And then we had a longtime Rotarian local realtor in town, Gina Allen. We honored her this morning as well. Her family, part of her family came to the breakfast. Gina was a valued, vital player in the Rotary Club. She collected items for years at Caldwell Banker, and then she was at the auctions every night, taking money in and doing tickets. And Gina was just a fine person. She was a really true friend of mine. She was my realtor. Actually, Joey Ricks had give her some commission even after she passed away. That tells me the character of a person. And we honored her this morning. So it's been a tough year on some things, but like we said, the needs are greater than they've ever been. So we just encourage you to bid high and bid often. I don't know, I think are we back up and running, Beth, or is it kind of spotty still? Hey, just keep trying. We're going to try to give a little extra time on that. The top of the hour is getting close, Norman. How close are we?
Yep, we're down to 7 minutes now, so we encourage you to get on there and continue to get those bids. I mean, I see a lot of great bids on there, but I still see a lot of things that need some activity. The site is working and working well now, and I've been looking through it and through the different items that are coming up at the 8 o'clock hour.
8 o'clock is upon us for sure. It's getting here. It's hard to believe it's already been almost 2 hours that we've been in here chitter-chattering.
I don't know, it seemed like a lot longer to me, JB, after listening to you.
After listening to my boring conversation. Well, you can take over anytime, HB, anytime.
I'm not sure I could even get a word in edgewise. You've been going since this morning. I don't know how you're doing it.
Just wing it and go, right?
Yeah, there you go.
So.
Just glad you did go to law school. You'd been a real competitor.
There you go.
I ain't going there. Keep getting on the big deals page and looking to see your items. Let me go over a few items that people have donated and some donors here. Move my sheets around. I can hear the sheets rattling. Gift certificate to the Hair Connection with Marty Powell. We got 1 4-pack of regular can koozies, a 29-inch Genesis incline mountain bike, a flower arrangement in a vase donated by a friend of Rotary, the complete Mediterranean cookbook, $50 gift certificate to Casey Jones Distillery, a Razor Turbo Jets. This is HB's electric heel wheels.
Gonna have to try that.
2-night lodge stay at the Natural Bridge State Resort Park. Tracy Cotton's high bid on that at $2,000. 12 by 17.
Don't tell them that, nobody will be bidding.
12 by 17 handmade wood cutting board by Bill Stark, item 17,385. A double matted everlasting life print donated by a friend of Rotary, item 18261. 5 straw erosion control blankets donated by Joe Nichols of Seven Springs Farms. Vintage Bobby pottery pitcher. You know what that is, HB?
Tell me what that is, JB.
It's item 18258, and you can go to the big deals page and look at the pictures, hopefully. A 50-pound bag of LG brand soybeans donated by Nutrient Ag. A $25 gift certificate to the Cadiz restaurant. $100 gift certificate to Harper House donated by Scott and Ellen Jolly. A bird feeder from Sam Conver. 5 Chick-fil-A meal cards. A toolbox donated by Transcraft. Interstate Marine battery from Barry's Marine. A rum cake donated by Penny Wallace. A $50 Southern States gift card donated by Riverbend Farms. What's the time, Norman?
We're down to about 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
3 minutes, we're getting close.
All right. It looks like we're at $275 on our chipper. The baby quilt that's valued at $120 is only got a $5 bid, so we need activity on the baby quilt. And I wish I could tell you
It's beautiful, hand quilted by Carol Colley. I encourage you to, you'll have a shower gift you'll need. Somebody bid on that, or somebody may have a grandchild on the way, or somebody they know that would need that. So we encourage you to get on there and bid on that item.
The 2-night stay at Natural Bridge is at $55, and that's a $300 value. The Transcraft Toolbox is a $52 bid on a $450 item. Speaking of Toolbox, I got a text message. Let me tell you about this. I'll put it up tomorrow. Be looking for this. A friend of mine, Brandon Ezel, is the Snap-on rep, which is Snap-on Tool. He runs the Snap-on Tool truck. He has donated a cart, and I'll try to put that picture up tomorrow. So it's a little tool cart, rolling tool cart, a neat item that's coming in tomorrow. If you have items, call any Rotarian. You can drop it off at the Tree County Farm Bureau office or at the WKDZ. They're taking items. We won't turn anything down. Although you might be having trouble thinking that you're bidding on something tonight, but we'll take any items anytime. Just bring them by, come by the office, and I'll get you a receipt for that item, and we'll get that item up. And you can look and bid anytime on any of these items except the ones that are selling at the top of the hour tonight. But any Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday item can be bid on anytime, day or night, between now and the time that they're supposed to sell, HB, so you can stay up all night when the service is a little bit faster on bidding and bid on everything. Right, Bill Booth?
Right, bid, get serious early so you don't get shut out.
Absolutely, absolutely. We're gonna have to get Bill Booth on the microphone here at some point and do a little talking. So, look, he's on it.
You're listening to the Cadiz Rotary Radio Auction on WKDZ FM, Cadiz, Hopkinsville, Princeton.
Is that?
Whoa, that was a radio voice right there, folks.
Now they know how bad we sound, Tom.
Yeah, just what we needed, wasn't it? Somebody show us how it's done.
That's right.
Absolutely. We're getting the countdown. What's it looking like, Norman?
We're actually there. Bill was giving us that 8 o'clock hour. The 8 o'clock hour is here, so, and I know that Beth said they were trying to extend just a few minutes on that. It still says auction happening now, but again, as this group of items does, they may go off pretty quickly. And some of you that have bought items already know that you get notified after that. Some that bought items in the 7 o'clock hour, you get a email telling you that you did buy the item at the end of it. You also, if you bid on an item, you get an email that tells you you've been outbid. And so that's why it's so important when you first log into that platform, they ask for your email address, because that is the way they notify you that you need to bid higher, or somebody has outbid you. And so we encourage you to continue to look on there, continue to bid on those items, and continue to support us as we seek to support the youth and seniors of Trigg County. We will start shortly, probably going over, I know that 8 o'clock group, we think it'll close out relatively soon, but we'll go ahead and go over some of the items that'll be sold at the 9 o'clock hour. So it's important you get going on those and get started bidding. And as Bill Booth said earlier, I agree, Bill, get in there early, even get in there on some of the items that'll be sold later and later in the week, and go ahead and put some serious bids on some items you'd like to have. Go ahead, help us out, get those up there. That also keeps the platform from being overwhelmed. If you go ahead and bid those, instead of taking 10 bids to get up $10, if you go ahead and get those bids up there, it really, really makes a big difference on how things function. I am going to start just going through part of that list of that 9 o'clock hour. And the items that'll be selling at the 9 o'clock hour, there's a 2-night stay at the Penneral Forest State Park Lodge that's on there. There's a $25 The Pier Floating Restaurant, a gift certificate down at Prizer Point Marina. Some of you that live down in that area or would just like to drive down near the lake and have a meal at the Pier Floating Restaurant, that'd be a great item for you. There's also a 2-night stay at a lodge or 1-bedroom cottage at General Butler State Park, a $200 gift certificate for Pennyroyal Interiors. So some of you that are going to be doing some work or buying some items from Pennyroyal Interior, we encourage you to jump on there. Got a great item also that's going to be sold at the 9 o'clock hour, and I haven't looked lately to see what it's bid, but there is a David Sadler collector card donated by Randy and Hope Clark. And that is a football card from Alabama University that is a collector card of Trigg County's own David Sadler. It did have a bid earlier when I looked tonight of $105. I'm not sure if that's still high or not, but that will be sold at the 9 o'clock hour. Also, there's a gift certificate to the Renaissance Building donated by the city of Cadiz. So some of you that are going to have a party at the Renaissance building sometime this year, get on there and go ahead and give us a full value bid on that item and get that place reserved and get that taken care of. Also, the shampoo and cut by Kimberly Gilliland is on there. A gift card donated by Master B's Pizza and Wings. That's a $15 gift card. A gift certificate for one whole large cake donated by Dumplings in Murray. Oh my goodness, that's a dangerous item, but it's really delicious. Everything I've ever had from Dumplings has been wonderful. And so I think that's got me to the bottom of my 9 o'clock list. That list was shorter as we're going to close that out. So again, I think some of those 8 o'clock items are still on there. So we just encourage you to continue to bid on those items that are up. And we appreciate all that you do for the Cadiz Rotary Club and for the youth and seniors of Trigg County.
And Norman, one of the things that we haven't done, I don't think, in a while, we talk about people bidding. We have the rally sponsors that put up money for us. Novellus, Rogers Group, Hopkinsville Community College, and Hopkins HCC and HCC Foundation are our rally sponsors. And so we want to give a shout out to those organizations and those people for helping us be successful. They sponsor the ads you see and on the WKDZ website and everything. So
absolutely,
I want to say hello to those people.
In a big way.
Yeah. So
let me go over the foundation partners too, which is also every year we have foundation partners, which is a great relationship we have with several donors. This year we've got Ann Williamson. Ann, I won't say what I call you on the radio. I love you, dear. You know that. I hope you're listening to me tonight and taking care of the plantation down there on the hill in the Williamson subdivision. So, Ann, I love you, dear. You have a good night down there. Ben and Julie Cundiff and Cundiff Farms, thank you. Ben Cundiff for years has supported the Cadiz Rotary Club. He done the Century Club for years. We now have John Ruffley has took over that and doing a great job, but it was huge shoes to fill with Ben Cundiff. And Ben, Julie, and Cundiff Farms, we thank y'all for your partnership year after year with the Cadiz Rotary auction and the proceeds. F&B Bank is also a foundation partner. F&B Bank, for ever since that I've been in the club, seems like F&B has always stepped up and done the foundation partner. A great group of ladies and men that work at F&B Bank, and we thank you for supporting the Cadiz Rotary Club year after year. Spencer and Angela Gardner, thank y'all for your foundation partner this year. We thank y'all for supporting us. Terry and Carolyn Hamby, every year they step up big for us, and we appreciate that. And thanks, Ann. I got your text. I'm not going to read that on mine either.
Y'all better be nice.
We can't lose. Beth struggled with her license in here a while back, trying to get it all done. And
Yes, I did. I thought I'd die before I got that license removed.
so she assured me that if I caused her any kind of penalty, and so don't be encouraging me, you hear me? All right, sister, I still love you regardless. Terry and Carolyn Hamby, thank you so much for y'all's contributions year after year to the Cadiz Rotary Club. We can't thank you guys enough for all you do. And the Edge Media Group, WKDZ, WHVO, and WPKY, thank y'all for everything you do for the Cadiz Rotary Club. And without WKDZ and the staff up here, this would not have been possible. And
We don't know how badly we need that comment right now, because we are like having a come apart.
You're not going to have a come apart. Hey, life goes on. You don't look back. You just keep trucking forward. Mine's working, so, and all my people that are texting me telling me that they're having a little trouble, they're
We're back
sticking
up.
with us, so.
We're back up. I do want to extend an apology for that. So this is the last word that the president of Big Deals Media just said to me. And we got ready to hang up. He said, "I've underestimated your community. Y'all are killing it. Y'all are killing it." So they have tripled our capacity. We should be good to go. And he extends a huge, huge apology. I mean, this guy, y'all, he has donated the ability for us to use this store. We normally pay a percentage of all of our sales to Big Deals Media as part of our contract. They let us do this because they know this is really important to our community, and they don't charge us. We only pay our credit card fees to use the store. So I can't be too mad at him, right? You know?
Absolutely.
But they're working their tails off, and they're trying hard. We just blew it out of the water tonight. We've blown it out of the water. So we did get a few of the 8 o'clock items extended to 8:30. We could not get all of them done. There were a whole bunch to be sold. So if you got a bargain tonight, and you're feeling a little bit guilty about it, you know, we're more than glad for you to bump up your
Overbid.
check,
Yeah,
overbid on
overbid.
something else.
Sure.
That's fine, it'll all average out. Or when you get ready to check out, say, you know what, I was bidding on a $200 item and I ended up getting it for $40. You know, we will take a little bump up if you're willing to give it. So it's all good. It's all good.
I'm pretty nervous because I'm looking up on Beth's board here, and it looks like James Moore. So I'm
was your
afraid.
bid- that was your bid history.
I got a text message from my child that says, "I'm the high bid on the cave tour." I guess I talked enough about the
there you
cave
go.
tour. And then I get a text from my wife that says Michael Stinnett and Trey are battling over an item. So,
Okay.
and then Stinnett sends and says you should donate your soccer coaching skills to bid on at the Rotary. It would bring top dollar. I guess he had to help his wife tonight. So Stinnett, you keep bidding, and we need some of that old rusty money of yours. And if you get your father-in-law, Mr. Glenn Hensley, we need some of his rusty money too. So Mr. Glenn, if you're listening to me, call in a big Century Club just so I can say I told you so. We thank each and every one of you for listening to us tonight and for your activity, your bids, your calls, 270-522-3232. And keep the items on your fingertips there and keep bidding.
Okay, now, I've gotten serious about this. I've just cracked open my third Diet Mountain Dew for the day. My limit is 2. And I have a chocolate brownie from Hancock's Neighborhood Market to really sugar it up. So we're going to roll through this next 50 minutes. I'm just telling you, we've got some making up to do.
She's gonna be dangerous.
I'm going to be dangerous. We're going to roll now. So again, the best way for you to do this, because things just got turned upside down a little bit, this is live radio for you, right, Bill Booth? It happens when we're in live radio. So you need to go to Rotary Rally. It's on the left-hand side of your deal store. Go to your sort button, and do auctions ending soon, okay? And that will include those items that we were able to get extended beyond 8 o'clock. So if you were bidding on something you thought was closing at 8, and all of a sudden it popped up that you had 22 minutes left, it's because we did extend a few of those simply because the store was basically shut down for a few minutes there. So do auctions ending soon. You'll be able to see exactly what's there to be sold in the next 49 minutes to be exact.
Norman's the official timekeeper.
Yeah, he's doing a great job of that. So let's talk a little bit about that. So when I did my search, here's what I'm finding that is, I've got a bunch of things that are showing ended, and then I've got a Kerry ice cream maker, item 18179. That's at $62. It's a $100 item. We have a $200 gift certificate for Katie's Ace Hardware. The current bid is $175. That needs to be $275, right? So I need some extra money on that. We have a bird feeder from Sam Conver. The current bid is $7 on a $30 item. Sam makes bird feeders for us every year for the Cadiz Rotary auction. Every year he makes stuff for us. His brother was a Rotarian, and it started, I think, when he joined the club several years ago, and it's made out of love, and we really appreciate those kind of donations that keep our community coming together. We've got the Trigg County Bicentennial Square plaque. Guys, please don't let this beautiful, beautiful plaque for $200 sell for $25. That's where we are right now. That's way off the mark of where we want to be. We've got the Marty Powell, the Hair Connection gift certificate. We have Katie's Family Restaurant. We have a 29-inch Genesis Incline mountain bike. That's item 17389, item 17389. We're at $39 on that item. That's way off the mark of where we need to be tonight on that. We have a 14-piece wrench set that is item 18232, 18232. We need some more activity on that. Got a Spirit of Rotary bid on Scott and Ellen Jolly's donation of a $100 gift certificate to Harper House. They gave us 5 of those. They bought 5 gift certificates to the Harper House, 1 for each night. That's a perfect donation. You've got local people supporting local businesses, and now we get to support local, and that's exactly what we want to do with our Rotary auction. We got one of those wonderful Penny Wallace rum cakes. Somebody's had this cake before because it's at $100. That's because they know how good that rum cake is. And if Jim Wallace was here, what would he say, HB? What would he say about that rum cake? For an extra how many dollars, I'll do what?
I can't even remember, I'm sorry.
He says, and if you give me an extra $20, we'll put an extra shot in there. Now, that's what he always says about Penny's rum cake.
I can see why I forgot that.
Exactly. We've got a $150 gift certificate from McNichols Heating and Cooling. That's at $100. Certainly, we want to take that to a full $150 bid. We've got the Pier Floating Restaurant, Prizer Point Marina, $25 gift certificate. We're at $15 there. Type in Prizer Point. They gave us thousands of dollars of items. Greg and Lisa did. And there's stuff for everyone. I mean, if you want a $25 pier gift certificate, or if you want a pontoon rental, or if you want a cabin rental, it's every price range imaginable that they gave to us to sell this week at the Rotary auction. Casey Jones, guys, this is a $50 gift certificate to Casey Jones. You can even buy adult beverages there as long as you're old enough to do so. So the only thing that they are restricting in that deal is that it does not include rental space. But if you want a Casey Jones shirt, if you want hand sanitizer, if you want to go out, visit there, have an evening out, that gift certificate's $50, and we're only at $15. So certainly we need some more bid activity on that. We have a gift certificate to the Renaissance Building donated by the City of Cadiz. You know, not every event center is built and designed for a family reunion or a birthday party or an anniversary party. You know, that's a perfect place for that. It's right downtown in a really nice facility, and it's designed exactly to be able to hold a meeting there or a small party or celebration. We have a David Sadler collector card. Now, Norman, I know you can tell me all about David Sadler.
David was a little bit above me, but he was, my friends played against him, and David was a couple years older, or practiced with him at practice. And they had rather do anything in the world than to line up in front of David's house. And they even said he won the I Love Practice Award from Coach Bear Bryant, the famous Bear Bryant, and said nobody loved practice with him. And he was just, he was all in. He was full steam ahead, and he was a hard hitter, and he loved the game.
And his daughter was one of our Rotary Scholars, as a matter of fact, and at University of Alabama, right? Was it in Alabama? Isn't that where
Actually, he had 3 daughters, and I think more than one of them wound
Yeah.
up being Rotary
Yeah.
Scholars, if I'm not mistaken.
So very cool. Very cool. So that card, it's a collector card, and it was donated by Randy and Hope Clark, and we're at $125 on that. Boy, that's Tree County pride right there. You know, we need to make a lot of money on that item. I didn't even know that one existed until I saw it come through our Rotary auction.
Absolutely.
Pretty cool.
And that's an awesome donation. I mean, Hope and Randy, don't know, they may have had it for years in collecting, whatever, but it was a great item to donate, and it just does just show you what something with real local value and people that local people know and what that means to them.
You bet. We've got a smart garage Wi-Fi hub control donated by Katie's Overhead Door. Now, I don't know about you guys, but all this smart stuff, I'm not smart enough to figure it all out. But, people are really enjoying their smart homes and being able to do security systems and cameras and garage doors and even refrigerators, appliances using smart. So that's pretty cool that Katie's Overhead Door is keeping us current and up to date with our technology. Let's see here. We've got a 2-night stay at General Butler State Resort Park. Our current bid is $140. That's a $300 item. So we for sure need some more activity on that. So let's make the 9 o'clock hour huge, right? If some of those
Absolutely.
8 o'clock items got changed to 8:30, you're 12 minutes out. Is that right, Captain Math?
Oh, yeah, that's absolutely right. We're
All right.
down to it, 12 minutes. It's
12 minutes. Beth, I tell you what we have.
No, that's not right. No, we got 42 minutes.
12 for the 8:30s.
Oh, for the
and
8:30.
42 for the 9s.
Okay, they extended
We
them
did
for
extend
12
some,
minutes.
not all of them,
See,
but
I
we did
wasn't
some.
listening completely there.
We didn't get them all
My
extended.
mind's working on the hour here.
I know, mine was too, but you know what? Things happen.
I know.
You just roll with it.
You gotta
just
roll
roll
with
with it.
Yeah, okay. I didn't realize the reset time was 8:30. Somehow I missed that.
They didn't all reset, but we
Yeah,
did reset
Yeah,
a
the
few.
ones that did.
So bear with us, guys. We're raising money. That's it.
Can I talk about some big items for the end of the week?
You bet.
So we've had,
So how do you find those, JB?
I'm going in, and this is me just right on the Rally for Rotary page and go to sort by, and I did price high to low and hit the sort button, and on my screen, now I don't know what's on everybody else's screen, but it should be the same. We have a Kubota LX 2610 SU HD tractor with front end loader donated by H&R AgriPower, which is item number 18480. That's a $21,167 value that we have a current bid of $10,000 on, which is a good opening bid, but about 40% of where we need to be.
Where can you see that item?
You can see that item in front of WKDZ, I was going to say radio.com.
Maybe?
You can, there's some photos. I did share on my Facebook, so if the WKDZ page is down and you want to see full activity on this tractor, Beth Mann was driving this tractor, video and driving, which is worse than texting and driving from an insurance perspective, and I got on her pretty bad.
He did. It never even crossed my mind is what's so bad about that. It's like it never even crossed my mind that was unsafe. Maybe that's why the guy from H&R was following me around, like,
Keeping you from running over the crowd. So that tractor's sitting out here in front of the radio station, along with a 2013 Toyota Prius donated by a friend of Rotary. That's a hybrid car. I got in it the other day and hit the start button and I didn't hear anything, and I thought, well, the battery's dead. The lady said, well, it don't start till you take off. I said, well, Lord, I've never been in a hybrid car. And David Miller drove it up here today, and he couldn't figure out how to get it in park. So it's a little different, these Prius. But if you are a Prius person, This one's got 105,000, 300 or 400 miles on it.
It's 105,239 miles to be exact. We went back out and checked.
The one,
That's-
you've done exact check.
Nothing, you're right. It's not even broken in.
Yeah, that's the break-in period.
That's right.
It's got a pretty decent set of tires on it. It's a
It's a
dark
beautiful
blue
color.
color, matches
Yeah,
a
gold blue.
pickup truck in the parking lot.
Uh-huh.
And she's had it detailed, and it looks really good. If you're looking for a vehicle, you need to stop by here and take a look at it. So that vehicle is available for sale, item 18558.
Y'all, we're at $4,000. You
What was the
can't
value on it?
buy,
What was
you
the
can't buy a
value
clunker for $4,000.
I think it booked for maybe as much
About
as 12 or
15?
13 or,
Yeah.
14, 15?
Retailed as much as 15, but I think trade-in value on it was like 10.8 or 11.4 or something, and that was in fairly rough condition, and this one is pretty prestige.
Yeah, but the one thing I see in the insurance business is, and it's interesting, and some people are just whatever they are, they're Chevy people or this, but, we're getting into hybrids and electric cars and all that now, but we have people insured that have their fourth and fifth Priuses. I mean, in some, we've got one family that has 3 Priuses in the family. I mean, it has become their car of choice, and they love them. But when you see people trading for the same, we got guys that they trade for their Chevy trucks every time, and that's all they're going to buy. But they get good service, they get good results, but that's the type vehicle it is. People do that have tried them. If they're especially looking for a good gas mileage car and something maybe to drive economical, it's a great vehicle.
She told me it'd go 500 miles on a tank. Now, I don't know if that's a 10-gallon tank or a 40-gallon tank, but it's 500 miles. My
Big as that
truck will go
car
out.
is, it's not a very big tank.
It's not,
It won't be a big tank.
And there's some really good pictures on the website as well. If you type in item 18558, you can see this automobile online there. We also have a 2021 Polaris Outlaw 70 ATV donated by JPM Performance out of Hopkinsville. It's item 18934. It's a $2,648 value, and our high bid HB Quinn is $1,500 on that. So those 3 are big items, and I think HB Quinn's in on that. Hey, you'd look good riding on that ATV beside all your bicycle people. Everybody be biking up the hill, and you just zoom on by them.
That's a plan.
And my understanding is when you get to be a little older, lower to the ground stuff is good. And this is a 70, so this is like a kid's four-wheeler, so it'd be good for you, HB. You can just climb right on that thing.
You're really making me want to buy it, JB.
Well, I'll bid for you. Just give me that password and that.
for you.
Oh, Lordy.
Just give me your credit card. I mean, I'll take care of it for you.
270-522-3232 is the phone number here that we've got phone workers. I haven't heard an update from our phone workers.
Somebody needs to come in here and give us an update. We've got Meg Hicks, we've got Penny Jones. I saw John Ruffley in there. John needs to come in here and give us an update on Century Club, don't you think? They're hiding from the microphones what they're doing. David Miller's in there. Get him, David.
They were taking phone calls about the Big Deals page struggling for a minute or two, and then they didn't want to come in here because they're afraid we'd ask them questions.
Well, yeah,
We're going to blame it on the phone workers.
yeah.
They won't come in here, so we'll just blame it on them.
That's right. If you were bidding on items in that 8 o'clock window and all of a sudden it got extended, you got about 6 minutes. We extended those to 8:30, so about 6 minutes left on the 8 o'clock items. And then we'll have a whole new series of items that will sell at 9. We intentionally made that a little bit smaller list for those who like to go to bed a little bit earlier. And we also want to talk about our Century Club in that last half hour and work on our big board items that are being sold all throughout the week. Many years we take our big board items, and almost all of those are sold on Friday night. This year we've spread those out a little bit more, so there are some big items every single night. We were hoping not to crash the system this year on Friday, so we did it on Monday instead. So we got that out of the way. But that was so funny. Scott Murray is an awesome guy, and so he knew that would make me laugh, and he said, well, I've underestimated your community again. So.
What was
that-
it last year, like 5,000 people?
Yeah,
that
we had like,
last night?
yeah, we had like 6,000 people in there
6,000.
on Friday night, I think, so it's just crazy. Our little Polaris, the 70 ATV, is perfect for a young person. We're at $1,500 on that item. That's a really good opening night on Friday night. Our Charlie Daniel signed souvenir fiddle donated by Rick and Meg Hicks of Rick's Cards and Collectibles. That's at $1,000. That's a great Monday night bid, I think, right where we want to be. Our Caterpillar, 6 hours of D8 Caterpillar dozer work. This is crazy, right? The retail is $750, the bid's $800. That just tells you where we are in construction right now. Everybody is building and buying, and we're seeing an economy that we haven't seen in many, many years, continuing to thrive. So good work on your bids there on the Caterpillar work. That is always Cundiff Farms that gives us that item. We have a Liberty gun safe that was donated by Hudson Ag, item 18005. The retail on that is $7.99. Our current bid is $6.99, so great job on that item. We have a $600 gift certificate toward tires. I do want to take just a second to talk about Christian County Tire and Auto. Mark Sweet is a really great guy. I mean, he doesn't always reach out there and be the first guy in the front of the line, to be Mr. PR. He's a guy that has got his nose down. He's working. I have never been to his store ever one time that he wasn't there working, ever. I mean, I've never, ever been there that he wasn't there. And I go in the mornings, afternoon, evening, it doesn't matter. He's there
Always
working.
there.
Always there. And we were talking about the Rotary auction, and he normally gives me some oil changes every year, which I'm very appreciative of. And so we were just talking about the auction. I was helping him with something on his computer, and all of a sudden he turned around and he said, I want to do something that's, for somebody that needs it, somebody that really needs it, for your Rotary auction. Is there a way that we can do that? And I said, well, yes, absolutely. And I told him about our need-based grants. And I said, we could earmark your donation, that the money would go for a grant recipient if that's really important to you. And he said, it is. It especially is important to me right now. He said, I tell you what, instead of doing the oil changes, let's do a $600 gift certificate to use toward any kind of tires they want. Whatever tires they want, whatever size, whatever kind, we're good to go. And before I could say much, he kind of walks out, because he's not a guy that wants that credit. He just had a change of mind. Let's do something for somebody that needs it right now. And that was one of my first donations that I got on my packet, and he's been on my packet for years. He's been my customer for years. And I thought, you know what? I mean, that's the spirit of Rotary, and that's the kind of thing that we have to have happen to really do great stuff. Absolutely. He had no idea, y'all, that $600 is exactly a semester's grant. He just pulled that figure, $600, let's just do a $600 gift certificate. Now, you can believe in coincidence and you can believe in fate, but to me, when he pulled a random figure, and it's exactly what a grant for one semester is, it was spot on. So $600, we're at $550 on that, and it would suit me fine if it ended up being $1,000 on that, because that's a guy that's truly given from the heart, and his business, I can assure you, has been impacted by COVID. It's him, his son, and 2 or 3 guys, and they all work right in there side by side with each other, and some of them have had to go home, but Mark and his son have not gone home. So I'm proud of those guys, big time. Okay. Our pressure washer, we got a steel pressure washer, really nice from Hudson. We're currently at $540 on the $630 item. We're doing a great job on our big board items. Our Braves tickets, we have 4 Atlanta Braves tickets for the 2021 season. This would be a game of choice. You will work this out with Dr. Scott Sutherland. Club seats, terrific opportunity to take your kids to a Braves game. $400 value, we're at $500. So we're already overvalued on that item, so great
Somebody's
job.
planning to go to a ball game.
Somebody's going to a ball game. And I don't
Heck with the
blame them.
pandemic, we're going to a ball game.
How much did your son bid?
No telling.
Are y'all going to the game?
Yeah, we might be. He thinks it's close enough to Florida. We'll
That's
go to
right.
Florida in
That's
the ball
right.
game.
It's on your way. It's on your way. It's 6 hours into the trip, 5.5 or 5 if some of us are
Good
driving.
time to take a break.
Yes, it will. Harper House, this is a really neat item, and we appreciate very much them stepping up and giving us a chef's meal and drinks for 6. And this was cool. This time they're going to pair the right drinks with each of the entrees. They're going to work with the buyer on what type of meal you would like to have for you and your guest, and they're going to customize it specifically to you. The whole menu will be designed around what you like, and I think that's a really cool item. That's a $750 item. We're at $450 on that. And then Hayes Furniture, one of the very first donations that we got right after we announced that the Rotary auction is on. Cindy Allen sent an email to some of her customers and said, we're doing the auction. And Leanne was one of the first ones to email back, said, we're in, we'll do a king-size mattress in Box Springs. And that was an $819 donation right off the bat, and we're at $401 on that item. So we have a Dell Inspiron laptop donated by Solutions Technology Group. Steve, very generous donation. I just texted him one day and said, hey, they did all of our access control here. They did all of our webcams. They did our cameras in here. They do a lot of work for us, and we really, really respect them a lot. And so I texted him and said, hey, would you like to do something for Rotary? And he said, yeah, let me think about that. And I don't know what my expectation was, but it wasn't a brand new Dell laptop Inspiron, so we appreciate that. That's a $629 value, and we're at $350 on that item. Just want to say kudos and thanks to Steve Dawson and his team with Solutions Technology Group. So that's the best way to look at it. Got a Yeti cooler too, $350 Yeti cooler. We're at $210 on that item.
And fitness center membership for a family of 4 at Lake Barkley State Resort Park. They're ready to get back and get fit from the pandemic as well. Norman said that early. The scale went the wrong direction. That's a $720 item that's up to $300. We have a little 4x6 trailer. There's pictures of that item, 18,560, donated by a friend of Rotary. It's a little used trailer, but it's nice if just for some small stuff, maybe a riding mower or a push mower or something. That's a $500 value with a current bid of $200. We have a $500 gift certificate to the Edge Media Group for advertising. That's a $500 value. Obviously, because it's a $500 gift certificate, we could use that probably, Norman, sometimes, couldn't we? 18116 is the item number on that. That's a $500 value and an opening $200 bid. We've got a Bowflex Revolution with all the weights. This item is like new. It's a $2,000 value. There's some photos on there. It's very heavy. Nordic Track, our Bowflex, makes good stuff there. There's a $200 bid on that opening up. We've got some night stays, some pontoon rentals. Just get on there and keep looking for all these items. You can sort different ways. If you go into the big deals page and go over to sort by, there's a lot of different things. So I'm fixing to click ending soon because it looks like we're about 25 or 27 minutes away from the top of the hour.
I just got notification on all of the items that closed out at the 8 o'clock hour, so everything did shut out at 8:30. So I'm seeing where we ended up selling Southern States and Prizer Point Marina, and we sold UK Wildcat Concrete. We sold Tulip Poplar, and we sold a bird feeder from Sam Conver, ice cream maker. We sold our rum cake from Penny Wallace and a 14-piece wrench set. So the 8:30, the 8 o'clock block is now closed out. And we are how many minutes away, Norman?
We are 26 minutes away
Wait,
from the 9 o'clock hour.
So our 8:30 guest tonight is Mr. John Ruffley. We very much want to thank John for taking over our Century Club donations, chairing that team. Ben kind of did that job for decades and worked really hard on it and laid some groundwork for us that has proven to be very successful for our club. We've worked very hard at getting all of that computerized and getting everything done with Martha Lou Steinbeck, who was able to be recognized today with the top honor, a Paul Harris Fellow. I was not kidding when I said she took us from a cardboard box to a full-blown customized computer program to help us keep everything on track. And John, it is worth $1 million, isn't it?
It is. We have been able to keep up with things minute to minute since Martha has developed that program, and we have tried to institute a few other things along the way to show more recognition for those who have been generous enough to give money to us through the Century Club. And it doesn't matter if it's $1 or $10,000, it all is important for the cause that we're involved in.
Absolutely. So have you had a good night tonight? See, we've decided as auctioneers, we're really not loving this, where we don't hear the phones ring, we don't see you guys scurrying around, we don't see any panicked faces. I mean, we're just kind of in here having a conversation. It's like the listeners eavesdropping with us. So has it been busy out there? Have you gotten some calls tonight? Did we meet our match?
We have not been near as busy as we would like to be tonight.
Okay, there you go.
And I will say this, we have had a tremendous response to the Century Club already this year, and I want to thank all those people who responded to our solicitation letters or just knew about the Century Club and what it meant and have made donations. We're right at $93,000 in our Century Club right now. We sent out roughly 400 letters to people that donated last year and to some people that we didn't get a donation from last year but had donated in a previous year. We have gotten back about right at 230 responses, and that is what has brought us to this $92,953.75 that, in effect, we have in the bank.
But
right
who's
now.
keeping up to the penny, right?
Yeah. And that's Martha's program.
That's right.
There you go.
I told them this morning, I mean, we can now track every donation.
Yeah, we can track it by different categories. We can track it by dates. It's fantastic. It gives us a lot of information that we can work with going forward to improve not just the response in terms of donation to the Century Club, but again, how we're working with our donors, how we're recognizing people, how we're reaching out to them. Our next big move, we hope, and this year we got good response on this. We have a little response form that goes out with a letter. People send back, most people send back with their check, and we ask them if they would care to, they could give us their email address. And we're not going to spam you with emails every month asking for more money.
We do one fundraiser a year,
Like
that's
some
it.
people do, but once a year, well, more than once a year, because you'll get a request for a donation about a month before the auction. If you send us a donation, you'll get a little thank you notice, an acknowledgement, let you know we did get your donation, how much we appreciate that, because it is very important, no matter what amount you give us. And then, depending on your level of donation, we're required as a 501c3 nonprofit organization above certain amounts to send an end-of-the-year tax notice. So, to remind you that, and some people do more than one donation, so this is a cumulative total. So if you gave 4 times during the week, or you decided later on in the year you wanted to go ahead and give Rotary some more money, that would all come, so you would see a lump sum of your donation. So basically about 3 times a year you'd get an email from us. And we're hoping that, we thought we were going to do it this time, but we ran into some technical problems with the computer program. Imagine that.
Yes. I think we all know a lot more about technical problems
we're
after
getting kind of
this
used to
last year,
technical
don't we?
problems, but we hope to have those ironed out so that we can do a lot more by email, and that cuts down on our cost of postage and printing and all that. So it will help us to be more efficient with the Century Club and to do more for those youth and seniors out there in Trigg County.
So last year, we got a lot of first-time Century Club donations. And several of those came through the Big Deal store because people were introduced to that. You know, a lot of our Century Club over the years, we kept going back to the same kitty.
Exactly.
You know, because that's who, the contacts we had. So now it's brand new, open the field to people who've maybe never given before. So what's the best way for someone to give if they've never given to Century Club?
Well, probably the best, well, there's a couple of good ways, and the Big Deal store is a great way to start out. You just go in there, you pick the level you want to give, you go in and you purchase that with your credit card, and it's very quick and clean. If you would prefer to do a direct donation, you can just write a check to the Cadiz Rotary Club. On the memo line indicates it's for Century Club. For the amount you want, mail it to Cadiz Rotary at Post Office Box 713, Cadiz, Kentucky 42211. and that will come directly to us. You can also go on our website, and there's a donate button, and you can donate. It's a PayPal transaction. You can donate through the website. But again, the Big Deal Store, those Century Club, those donation levels on there, that is a quick, easy way to do it.
Okay, so we can write a check, we can do direct into the deal store. If you want to put it on your credit card, that's fine. What about the levels, the Century Club levels?
Well, we have $100 to $249 as a bronze, $250 to $499 as a silver, $500 to $999 is a gold, $1,000 up to $4,999 as a platinum, and if you want to do $5,000 or more, you can be a foundation partner. You can do less than 100, and we recognize you as a donor. So everybody gets recognized. We have that on the WKDZ website. I think that's in the Big Deal Store, or maybe on the main page.
Yeah, you can go into WKDZradio.com, look under Community.
Yeah.
And the very first tab under Community is Rally for Rotary. And if you go into that page, it will show you who all is a Rotarian.
Yeah.
If you want to join that list, we're looking for new Rotarians. It will show you all of our Century Club donations. That's updated daily, and probably this week might be updated a couple of times a day, actually.
We're poor Tom Rogers, he's helping us with that, and I'm inundating him with revised lists because
He's used to that. He's good at it.
people, like I said, they've really been great this year. We're getting checks in every day. We got a bunch at the breakfast this morning. People came in and said, here's my Century Club check, and we try to get those in and get them on the list as quickly as we can, get them in our system and get those people recognized. So we go and look at that list.
Look, you got one right there just by talking about it.
Somebody just handed me a check right now, and
I love it.
I'm going to recognize Relissa Torian as being our newest Century Club member. Relissa gave last year.
Yes,
I
and
think she's
she
been-
has had several children who have been Rotary scholars, and has children all over the country who have been very successful and are doing great work. And so we just say kudos to them, to the Troyan family, and thank them for their support big time.
And they also donated today a chest-type freezer, a brand-new Hot Point 5.1 cubic feet. I don't know, I haven't looked to see if it's up there yet because I just sent it in late, but Relissa and her kids, and they've all really gave, and it said scholar recipients. So the Torians have really stepped up this year. Miss Relissa, you're talking about a genuine, kind soul. Miss Relissa would do anything for anybody.
And I think that's an example of how this community supports our auction is, people give us Century Clubs, they donate items to us. They
Not just one
bid on the items that they donated. So, I mean, it's not just doing one thing. People are involved in this auction, not just Rotarians, but our community is involved in this auction in so many different ways because we all understand how important it is. I had two sons went through Trigg County High School and grew up here in Trigg County, and they played the sports, they were involved in school activities, extracurriculars, co-curriculars, and I've seen what it's done personally. And I know that a lot of their friends, a lot of our neighbors, there are probably very few people in Trigg County that, if they stop and think about it, haven't either been directly touched or know a close friend or relation who has been touched by something that the Rotary Club has done.
So tomorrow night, that leads right into, tomorrow night is class night, and Meg Hicks has put together all of class night challenge, where you will go into the deal store, you can do a buy it now for class challenge, and it's $25, and you will get a Zoom link, and then the Zoom link at 7 o'clock tomorrow night, you can go into the Zoom room and go to whichever room you want to go into. So I would go into class of 83, and then I would probably go play in class of 81 because that's where my friends were. So you can go in and talk to your friends on Zoom. And really the main point, there are two, it's a chance for us to raise some money, but it's also a chance to try to start getting some people involved in giving back to Rotary. Most every graduating class has had probably 75% of the students in that class have had some benefit from Rotary. And in recent years, probably 100% of the students, every student who graduates from Tree County has benefited from Rotary in some way. So the Torians are the perfect example of they've gone on to be successful, and now they want to give back to the club and the organization that helped them get to go to college and to have those opportunities to begin with. So I want you to think about that. You know, if you're that student who had an opportunity at some point, you know, $25 is the entry level to go in the Zoom room. And if you've been really blessed, then think about going ahead and joining the Century Club. That's a good way to get started, becoming a part of something really wonderful.
And another thing, if you're a young person that has gone on, completed your educational process, you're starting your career, and you live in Trigg County, or if you work in Christian County and then live in Trigg, or you live in Christian and work in Trigg, think about becoming a Rotarian here in Cadiz or over in Hopkinsville. Rotary is one of the finest organizations there is worldwide for giving back to communities. And, you know, there's other good organizations out there. I'm not knocking anybody else, but Rotary is an international organization, serves around the world, does a lot of great things, and then in local communities, the individual Rotary clubs do that same thing. Whether it's education, whether it's supporting community projects. I'll mention the Rotary Club over in Murray. They built the theater in their park. So there's all different kinds of things. We like to do education. That's our big thing. But Rotary clubs all benefit their community, and ours really benefits Trigg County.
All right. Century Clubs, did we meet our $1,000 challenge tonight? I need to call my friend, let him know to write a check. Did we get $1,000 in Century Club tonight?
We got $1,000 Century Club tonight.
All right, so we met our challenge, so that's wonderful. So we've got a $1,000 commitment from a friend who's going to send you a check, and he let us start the night out, start the week off on a Monday night. We rarely have challenge dollars and match dollars on Monday. It seems like they always come later in the week, but I've been getting some texts tonight, and I can tell you, you want to tune in tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. We will have a match tomorrow night. We're working on it. It's just how much. So we're looking at a huge night tomorrow night in the Century Club.
So tomorrow night's your chance. Double your money.
Absolutely, maybe triple. You never know.
Maybe triple.
Maybe a triple night.
Think about
Triple
that.
Tuesday.
If you could send in 100 and it benefits 300 worth, now if I could buy a stock like that,
Hook me up, would you?
Well, you're close to 95 tonight, though, right? We need to get to 95 tonight. 270-522-3232. If we got to 95,000 tonight, we
would be happy.
We'd be happy. So we need a few phone calls.
And we're not that far off.
Step it up tonight. 270-522-3232. And Mr. John's here, so man, he can put it right in, and we'll know. So please call and please help us. Your dollars will be put to great use. That's cash there, John. Cash is king.
That's right.
Dallas King always says cash is king, Luxton is queen. Always, every time. Dallas King, you owe us for that, so call and give me $250.
That's a commercial.
That's right.
Commercial. Charge him for that.
Yeah, $250, Dallas King. I need a phone call, 522-3232.
We take cash, checks, and credit cards, so.
And we'll take all three if you want to give all three, right?
That's right.
Where we at on the countdown, Norman?
No, we're down to 12 minutes, I think 11 now. We're down to 11 minutes, so if you're bidding on the 9 o'clock items, jump on there and make those bids, get them high. There's still some items that really need some activity that are going to close out here at 9 o'clock. We really need a bid on that gift certificate to the Renaissance building downtown. Many people use that almost every Saturday. If I drive by there, somebody's in there having a meeting, a birthday party, a family gathering, and we only have a $16 bid on that item. It's a $150 item. That's the Renaissance building, downtown Cadiz. So somebody jump on and give us a reasonable bid on that item. We really would, love to have your bid on that. Maybe you hadn't planned a party. Maybe you need to.
Plan a party.
Maybe there's somebody you need to have a birthday party for, or a gathering, maybe a 50th anniversary, something special. Or maybe your family just needs to get together as things are opening up a little bit. And it might be easier to do it there than do it in your home. You can have a larger group.
We've had some people calling asking about checking out, and they want to check out all at once. So let me kind of go over what our process is there. If you want to check out on demand, you can do that. You'll get an email that says you were the successful bidder. You can check out now using your credit card. If you prefer to check out in person and do it by check, and a lot of people do want to do that, we will be at Kentucky Farm Bureau, Norman Cotton's and J.B. Moore's office Saturday morning, 8 until noonish. And you can give us a check. We certainly are glad to have that. There's no credit card fees taken out when we do that, so we do get 100% of the proceeds when you do a check. So if you want to do it in person, that has been the traditional way. Then there's a conference room meeting there at the back side of Farm Bureau. You can drive right around the building. That worked pretty well for us last year. Be patient. We're going to be checking out 600 or 800 items instead of 150 that we checked out last year. But we are working on our processes, and we've already put some things in place, I think, that will help us with that checkout. So if you want to wait and do it on Saturday morning, you can do that. If you want to wait and pay for everything all at one time, we will have everything stacked for you by name so that we'll be able to process it through in a hopefully a pretty efficient way. So your choice, however you want to do it.
Sounds good. We'll be there. Saturday morning, there'll be some signs out there too, just coaching you in. So just come on by and pick those up. And it is important that you try to get there Saturday if you can. If for some reason you can't, you need to let somebody know, but we have the middle room kind of reserved. They have classes in there pretty regular, so we need those items moved as soon as possible. But we need them to sell really high, and I'm a little more generous if you give extra money to maybe doing even some storage. Yeah, charging rent. If you underbid, you're getting a rent bill. If you overbid, I'll work with you. So anyway, without further ado, we've got a few items that need some activity too. We've got a 2-night stay in a lodge room or a 1-bedroom cottage at General Butler State Resort Park. That's a half bid at $150 on a $300 item that's going to sell shortly. The 2-night stay in the lodge at Pennyroyal Forest State Resort Park is up to $120. We've got a $200 gift certificate to Pennyroyal Interiors that needs a little activity on it. We've got several items that are fixing to go off. What's the countdown, Norman?
We're down to 7 minutes.
7 minutes. Keep in mind, 270-522-3232. I need about another $1,000 to get me to my $95,000 tonight. Dallas King, I'm waiting on that text message or a call in. Don't forget me there, Chief. I appreciate you. Buy it now. You can go in there and click. That also updates immediately. So if you know we need an extra $1,000 in the next 6 or 7 minutes, just click that gold or platinum Century Club, and John roughly will get them totals.
Just got another Century Club, and we want to say big thanks to Mark Terrell. Thank you, Mark. We appreciate that very much. Just popped up on my sales. So, John, good work. Mark, thank you. We appreciate you, buddy.
Good job. Is that Mark and Joan Terrell? All right. Thank you, Mark. We knew that old money was deep out there on Complex Road, so we appreciate that, Mark. Keep calling here for the next 5 or 6 minutes. 270-522-3232 with your Century Club. John Ruffley's got his pen. It's sharp. It's ready. He's over there counting money like he's a banker or something. And then these items are fixing to go off at the 9 o'clock hour. The 2-night stay at Pennyroyal State Resort Park, $25 gift card to Prizer Point Marina and Resort Restaurant, the Pier Floating Restaurant, the 2-night lodge room or cottage at General Butler, the $200 gift certificate to Pennyroyal Interiors, the David Sadler Collector Baseball Collector Card Football, donated by Randy and Hope Clark. Item 18503 is going off at 9 o'clock. The gift certificate to the Renaissance, donated by the City of Cadiz. Shampoo and cut by Kimberly Gilliland is going off. That's item 18065 at 9 o'clock. The gift card donated by Mr. B's Pizza and Wings. I've eaten there a time or two. Good restaurant. Item 18220 is going to be going off at 9 o'clock. And then the whole large cake donated by Dumplings over in Murray. Item 18219 is going to be going off. I think Tracy Cotton probably needs that large cake, and maybe she's listening to me, and maybe she's got Norman's credit card, and maybe she's willing to give extra money, Spirit of Rotary, for that large cake and bring it up to the
Every
office
penny of it.
so I can eat it.
Yeah, I was going
this
to say,
week.
John Ruffley, you're a dumplings fan. Yeah.
A lot of good stuff, good food.
Hey, guys, go ahead and start bidding on items tomorrow night. You can bid on every item that we have. Let me back up. Every item that we had when we went to air at 6 o'clock was in. But we've taken some items in tonight. So if you're not seeing it yet, it's just because we've been busy keeping the store running tonight. We'll get back on it first thing in the morning, get back up to current pretty quickly in the morning so that you can see everything that's in the store. But go ahead and place your bids. That will help a whole lot. We'll kind of know where we're going into the night, and you know, we're kind of starting to project how each night's going to look for us. This software tells us exactly how many dollars potential we could do, you know, what the value is, and then we can look at what we actually did. I've got a sneak preview of our numbers already, and you're going to be really pleased for Monday night that was tough. I mean, you know, when you have problems, it really kind of makes your hair stand straight up because you're not really sure how much that's going to impact your final outcome. And that's, so thank you guys for bearing with us tonight. We're 4 minutes away from selling 9 more items, and then we'll give a total on the Century Club. I'll try to give you a rough total of what we did in the store tonight, and we'll see kind of how that looks, and then we'll try to give you a little more finalized total for Monday night tomorrow. We'll have to do an audit on that and see exactly how it all balances out.
Will you pull up the number of people in the store? Can you do that, or are you
Sure
in the
can.
middle of something else? I just want to thank everybody for bearing with us tonight through the glitch on our system there, and I had a lot of text messages, and people were just really positive on what we've got. 2,491 people in the store right at the moment.
And growing, 2502,
2502.
2509.
Look at there. That's like the count up instead of the count down. Where are we at on the countdown, Norman?
We're 3 minutes.
3 minutes in.
Counting. We're going to have to get a
25:11.
bell down here so we can ring it every.
Yeah,
You know,
we
we
are.
do need our bell, and we need our tambourine, don't we, John?
Yeah.
We need that
Yeah.
tambourine for our Century
We do,
Clubs.
we do. We need a sound
2517,
effects.
so you're sitting there watching it grow. So the guys are watching behind the scenes what we use on the back end of our store. And I will tell you, it's kind of eerie because it tells you how many people, it tells you if you're on mobile or if you're on computer, and sometimes it even tells you who you are and what you're looking for. It's way too much information, TMI. But 2,537 people in the store and
40.
2 minutes till 9 o'clock. That's awesome. That's perfect.
25.
And it's kind of like that when I sit there and talk to my wife about something at home and I have nothing on but my phone in my pocket and the Facebook pulls up whatever I was talking about. That's scary to
Yeah,
me.
no, that's stalking.
Now, this is not. This we know because we are actually into something. But when that thing pulls up something I've been talking about, I'm like, this is crazy.
But you guys can see, and we'll try to show that to you tomorrow night. You can see where it starts to give a sentence and it changes. That's because it's changing so quickly. So like 3 or 4 words will come across and then it starts to repeat right there. That's because there's so much activity. We're 2,595 people in the store. That's all happened in the last 3 minutes, right? So we've added literally 600 people just in the last couple of minutes. Just insane, isn't it?
Yep, 2603. We keep growing. What's the
pretty
time,
cool.
Norman?
Time is 1 minute.
You have 1 minute to place your
So there's a
bids.
lot of activity, so some people, I guess, are placing a lot of last-minute bids, so it may be interesting to see what happens as they go off.
I think we have some people who are used to playing games on eBay. What do y'all think?
I would say you're
Sounds-
correct.
I think so.
We're up
Guys,
to
thank you.
2636.
Thank you so much for hanging with us tonight. Again, I apologize for our problems. Hopefully, we will work through those all on Monday night, so we've got Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday for make goods.
And we appreciate everybody, like Beth said, hanging in there with us. I think you guys know we're doing all we can to try to make this the best event that we can possibly make it and raise the most money that we can. And we need you more than ever. We're up to 2681. That just is amazing
Is
to
that
me.
crazy?
Yeah, 88. See, every time I keep talking, more people keep coming on there. $2,700, I knew I was going to get over that, and I just hope I've got my 95,000, John. You reckon I have?
He's working on it.
Surely to goodness, somebody has called
27,
and
Close, we just need one person to call in, I think about $1,000 Platinum Century Club, and we will probably hit, or at least be very close to that 95. And
It'd
that
be
would
awesome.
well, we can't get close, John. We've got to beat the 95. Okay, we're thinking positive here. Positive. How long we got, Norman? It's up.
It's 9 o'clock.
The only way you're still going is if
It's
you've
9
got just a
o'clock.
little bit of activity.
Okay, so you're listening to the Cadiz Rotary Radio Auction. I'll remind you of that. 54th annual. It feels like we've done 54 of them tonight. I don't know about you guys, but I'm like stressed. But we've gotten through our first night. Everybody's been awesome. Nobody's been ugly, and I thank you for that. I know this is serious business, but the real deal is we're raising money for youth and seniors. We're also teaching people about giving and paying forward. And I think the way we treat that, the way we handle those situations is just as important as the money that we raise. So thank you guys for your patience tonight. We appreciate it a whole lot. We have closed the items have closed, so it'll take just a couple of minutes to process that through. So let's plug our Century Club again. Let's talk about some items, big board items that are coming up throughout the week, and I'll work on some totals for you guys. Okay?
Don't forget our Kubota tractor. It's a 2610 Kubota tractor with loader. Don't forget to bid on that. We've got the 2013 Toyota Prius. I was trying to move jockey screens here so I can tell you what kind of prices we're looking at on that stuff in my computer. I can't do two fingers at once. The Kubota tractor is up to $12,500. Our Toyota Prius is up to $5,500. Our Polaris HB Quinn Outlaw 70 ATV is up to $1,950. Our Charlie Daniels, what am I trying to say here, Norman? Fiddle. Autograph fiddle up to $1,000. Our dozer work is at $800. The Liberty gun safe is at $699. The $600 gift certificate toward tires, Christian County Tire and Autos at $550. The steel RB400 pressure washer from Hudson Incorporated is at $540. The 4 Atlanta Brave home game baseball tickets for the 2021 season, club level, is at $500. The Harper House chef's meal and drinks for 6 is to $475. The Herb Hayes King set of Shenandoah plush bedding mattress is up to $401. The Dell laptop by Solutions Technology Group is at $350. The Fitness Center membership of family of 4 is up to $300. That's a $720 value donated by Lake Barkley State Resort Park. The 4 days of 4-H camp is a full value bid of $255.
Great.
That's I think those 4-H kids are ready to go back too.
They're ready. Everybody's ready to do something, I think. People are just ready to get back to some normalcy.
And I will say that this is, the space is limited, so they normally do 2 or 3. The Tree County 4-H is usually very generous to give us several 4-H camps. This year they could only do 1. So if that thing would bring 3 times the value just because there's only 1 out of 3, that would really help the bottom line numbers. The Yeti cooler's up to $210. The Bowflex Revolution with all weights is up to $200. The full day regular pontoon rental at Lake Barkley Marina is up to $200. It's a $400 value. The used 4x6 trailer donated by a friend of Rotary is up to $200. The $500 gift certificate, the Edge Media Group advertising is up to $200. We got a overvalue bid on a 1 full photography session donated by L3 Photography, Laura Lancaster. She's taken pictures for us before. That's a full value overbid of $181. The 2-night stay in a 2-bedroom, dang, that's 2-bedroom cottage at Rough River Dam. You can take a couple of families there. $400 values at $176. The 2-night stay at Cumberland Falls State Resort Park is at $175. The $200 gift certificate to Ace Hardware is at $175. Another item 17327, which is a Cadiz Ace Hardware gift certificate,
Easy for you to say.
is at $160. We've got a rhino lining short bed under the rail by Superior Truck Beds. Item 18811 is up to $150. The Makita Milwaukee grease gun, 2-speed grease gun, which is a $277 value, is at $150. The Lake Cumberland State Resort Park is at $150. The handcrafted display of 3 bottles of Blanton bourbon donated by Lake Barkley Liquors, Lucas Hale, is up to $135. The Echo string trimmer is up to $125. Custom plasma cut sign by Graham Cofield. If you haven't seen some of Graham's work, he done the Trigg County Veterinary Clinic sign out front. Graham does great plasma cutting. That's a $250 value made to your liking. It's up to $125. The Junior Adams Farms Country Ham is up to $125. We're still rolling.
Yeah, we're still rolling.
Rolling.
Let me tell you, I bought that country ham last year, and it's the real deal.
I'm going to tell you.
I'm telling you, that Adams ham, it's beautiful. And they put it in this great big Lands End bag that I can put all my stuff in when I'm going to the lake. I mean, it was the cat's pajamas.
Well, I'm going to tell you this.
So if you want to bid
I
on
didn't think I was a ham salad eater.
it was good, wasn't it?
Man, Mallory, you done something on that ham salad, and I think it was country ham salad
It
tonight.
was country ham salad.
And I thought, I don't know if I like that stuff or not.
You jumped right on that
I
sandwich,
jumped on it because it was either that or Nestle water, so I didn't have a choice. But I'm gonna tell you right now, it was good. Trigg County Veterinary Clinic gift certificate, $110 value, is up to $125. Spirit of Rotary. Tina Loomis and Rodney Loomis, State Farm, has donated a 43-inch smart TV. That's a $280 value, is up to $125. Bottle of Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey Stag Junior. It's a $249 value, donated by Dick's Liquors in Hopkinsville, is up to $116. The Bog Bag, another Bog Bag, HB Quinn will get on to me for that, $167 values up to $111. A bottle of 12-year-old Knob Creek liquor is up to $111. Trigg County history books, I don't know what that item is, but it's an overvalue bid.
It's
$100.
the earlier versions of the history books that are leather bound. You know, we've got the new ones coming out. These are the 2 earlier sets from the 80s.
I've seen it, a 1 and 2 volume.
Yeah,
It's 2 of them.
yeah.
That's overvalue bid
Yeah,
on
it's
that.
very, very
That's
neat.
great.
I mean, if you don't have those, you know, they're not printing any more of them, so great opportunity to add to your collection.
Live Sandy Basket, our live Sandy Basket donated by Clay and Sarah McGinnis, is $150 values up to $110.
That's a really cool thing, too. They do that business in honor of their mother that they, you know, lost tragically several years ago, and they started a business of Live Sandy, and they sell a lot of things on Amazon, but their beach towels are fabulous. They're microfiber, and they roll up real easily, and they have a band around them, so they just pack perfectly. And I love that. You know, that's local kids, and it means a lot to them, and you know, they started that donation just a few years ago, and every year they give back to the Rotary Club, and they also were Rotary Scholars. I think both of those kids were Rotary recipients, so that's a cool item.
And kudos to Clay's dad, Tim McGinnis. He's going to be out this week with Miss Carrie doing a few things, but he has been all over town. Me and him have drove all over town, picking up items. Tim is silent but deadly, is what I call him.
Silent giant.
Tim, we can't thank you enough for all you do for the Rotary Club and the community. You know, he stepped back in, retired superintendent, came in and helped the school
Chaired
system.
last year, you know.
Chaired the auction last year. co-chaired with Jim Wallace.
Yes.
They both did.
Yes.
And then David and myself, they reeled us in pretty hook, line, and sinker. So
I'm pretty sure they worked together on that idea.
absolutely.
We call them the reruns.
The reruns.
They did it again.
We've got several Hancock gift cards, $100 values that are up to 110. There's 3 in a row right there, all interiors. James Hughes, all interiors have donated a couple different gift cards. They're over value. We've got a $250 Prizer Point Marina Lodging, a KOA camping certificate that's up to $110. A $100 Gracious Me gift card that's up to $105, full value bid. A toolbox donated by Handcrafted. This is an item I've said all along that you need to click on and take a look at the pictures of. I believe this would be a place you could use this. It's up to $101. It's a $375 value. Triplets food basket for 10, $150 values up to 101. That's item 18312. We've got a remote vehicle starter, keyless entry, donated by Josh Adams. Josh does a lot of things for side-by-sides, vehicles. Josh can do about anything. He actually is an engineer at Handcrafted, but he brought this item by, item 18501. It's a $325 value. It's up to $101. Josh, thank you for your donation there. We got another rum cake, a Penny Wallace rum cake that's going to sell later in the week. That's up over value bid, but I don't really think there's a value on a Penny Wallace rum cake. We got a Nordic Track treadmill, like new. It's a $400 item. Pandemic treadmill. Lose the weight while you can, worth the money. It's a $100 bid on that, $101 bid on that item currently. Coffee for 1 year from the Cadiz restaurant, item 18013. This is always a hot item every year. It's $360 value. That's up to $101. Billboard advertising, Hopkinsville, Fort Campbell Boulevard. I'll just tell you, Beth, your billboard out here is better than...
You can't sell billboard.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. He's not bored.
If you haven't looked at the billboard out here in front of WKDZ, the quality of the advertising on that board, when you pass under I-24 out here at exit 65, if you're not on that billboard, you're missing something. Because it's better quality than a lot of the TVs in my house. And my kids remind me when I come by, we can see that better, Dad, than the TV in the bonus room. So anyway, kudos to what you've done to try to invest in the community. And I just want to tell you that those are not cheap. We know that. They're very expensive, but they are also very high quality, and I think people are getting their money's worth when they advertise on that. That's a $500 value. This is at Hopkinsville on Fort Campbell Boulevard, and it's currently at $100. We got a $175 gift certificate to Renee's Auto Detailing. Renee Brown now, I call her Renee Hall, Renee Hyde. Shady Lawn Nursing and Rehabilitation has donated a $175 gift certificate to Renee's Auto Detailing, and that's currently at $100. We've got a $100 gift certificate to Harper House that's already at a $100 bid from Scott and Ellen Jolly, item 18993.
We take the Spirit of Rotary.
We sure
Spirit of
will.
Rotary, absolutely.
We've
We got
seen several of those already, haven't we?
Another bog bag of goodies that's at $100. That's item 18443. 2-night stay in a villa at Barren River State Resort Park, $400 value. I'm not sure exactly. I guess a villa is like a little cottage kind of. Really nice one. David Miller says a really nice one. How many? 3-bedroom villa. I knew it was a pretty high value, $400. That's at $100. Trey, if you want to go to Barren River, you better bid on that. It'll be enough to get away from you.
You making Trey pay for all this?
That's right. Trey worked all week on spring break. They were
Trey
mad
has
at me.
money. I mean,
Yeah,
he
he
knows how to go
does.
to work and make money.
He works for my aunt at the barbecue shack every Saturday, so he's there. He's 12 years old, and he put vinyl siding on 2 days this week. He's made more money than his dad
He helps
did.
your dad, doesn't he? Doesn't he help your dad
Helps
with
my
the
dad with Little
the
Debbie.
route, Little
Yeah.
Debbie route? I mean, little entrepreneur is what he is.
My oldest son will do
Future
anything
president.
you ask him. I mean, Aiden will do anything, but Trey just does it. I mean, it's unbelievable. Aiden is a worker, but you have to kind of coach him along.
Well, he's golfing.
He's a lot smarter than I ever was. Yeah, he's golfing. He works smarter, not harder. Trey works harder, not smarter.
There you go.
And Deacon's just along for the ride, so. And my wife's just right there with 4 boys. And I don't know what to
Just
do. We do
riding.
have 2 female dogs, so.
There you go. Help to balance it out a little bit.
Absolutely, absolutely. But there's a lot of good items on here. I just encourage you to get on there. The complete collection of Bicentennial pins as of March 31, 2020, item 18253, $1,000 values only at $100. Is that that's not the ones that we sold this
That's the
morning?
ones we sold this morning
For $2,900.
for $2,900. So we got a little ways to go on that,
So Trey, you better bid on that
For
with
sure.
Best credit card.
for sure. Yeah, there you go.
Or Bill Booth's credit card. I'll get that
Yeah.
before the night's up, son,
Yeah.
and I'll give it to you. You can update your account. He informed me he had his own account, since I locked him out of mine. So, of course you did.
We have some totals.
Totals, that's what we're looking
Everybody
for.
interested in some totals? So these are unofficial, of course, because we'll have to go in there, make sure everything balances out in the morning. But from what I'm seeing in the store tonight, we did $8,859.50, which is very solid Monday. And here's the best part of all. Our value of what we were selling tonight was $10,285.76, meaning that we did 86% of value. That's fantastic. I mean, that's good stuff right there. So great job. We intentionally tried to keep the store fairly slow tonight. We tried to keep a lot of small items in so people could get used to bidding, figure out how everything works in the store. Each night we'll pick up pace. We'll have more items every single night as we work our way toward Friday. So my advice to you would be, don't start out with a $2 bid on something you really want, because you're probably going to get outbid pretty quickly. I mean, we saw huge activity tonight, and we just want to say a great big thank you to everybody for a great job. I think a terrific first night of the auction. Thank you for a wonderful kickoff breakfast this morning. That just set the tone, and JB, you and David have done a phenomenal job pulling this auction together, and we look forward to Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday night. I want to thank John Miller, who helped us do video for the first time ever. Hopefully, people enjoyed that, being able to see some of the behind the scenes. Bill Booth is our producer in the house tonight. Kimberly Allen and Mitchell Blackman have done just an incredible job. And then certainly we want to thank Ashley as well. So on behalf of the whole KDZ crew and all of our Rotarians, you guys ready to say goodnight?
Good night.
Then we say good night. We'll see you tomorrow night on WKDZ 106.5 FM, Cadiz, Hopkinsville, Princeton.